off, I'm sure. But
All right.
I do enjoy. Sometimes I like going back and watching some of the old games, some of the old YouTube games that we recorded, and those are a hoot because I kind of forgot who won, and it's like new. It's great. Okay, great. We lost. Yeah, we just lost Cooper, but he should have enough time to get back in before we. Yeah. Yeah, he might just have to reboot his whole system, I guess. Who knows? That's the gremlin you were looking for. It's not on your side. The call's coming from inside the house. We'll find out if it works. That's right. You can always just record, like if you can't do it live, then you can always record it. Yeah. Nice. I know. Okay.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to After Further Review. I'm your host, Steve Tower, and I hope everyone had a great holiday season and got lots of presents under the tree. Tonight, we have a very special show with Breakaway Football, and we are very pleased to have the designer of the game, Arthur Franz himself, is going to be joining us. And we are going to see the game in action with the newest expansion. This is expansion number 6, and we're going to be doing this on Tabletop Simulator, so you guys can follow along with the game. We'll be able to see it played out between the Sinners and the Centurions. But first, we're going to take a look at the other two teams in the expansion. The Outlaws and the Mustangs. So first, welcome to the show, Arthur Franz.
Thank you very much for having me, Steve. It's great to be here.
All right, excellent. Well, appreciate you being on, and congratulations on expansion number 6.
Thank you.
That's pretty cool.
It's very exciting.
Yes. Excellent. So, why don't you just give us a highlight of the two teams that we won't be seeing in action tonight, and then we'll jump into the Sinners taking on the Centurions.
Sure thing. Thanks. So yeah, let's start with the Outlaws. That's one of the teams that when we first started this about 4 years ago, every time I would kind of lob up the idea of, hey, which teams would you like to see? The fans were saying 76 Raiders, 76 Raiders. And so the Outlaws are our representation of the 1976 Raiders with Snake Stabler, Cliff Branch, Fred Bolitnikoff, that punishing defense. And so they have 3 special rules. The first one that I really love is called Savage Collision. The idea here is that their defense was good, but they got better as they hurt people, and sometimes they were doing it intentionally. And so the the mechanism here is that when breakaways occur, you actually will injure your opponent. And these little counters, the one orange one and the 2 blue ones, help you keep track of what those injuries are and how they impact your opponent. So it just reduces the card value for your opponent. And some of them might might just be stingers, essentially a clean hit that only lasts for the rest of the drive, and then it comes back. But some of them are actually persistent. They can last for the entire half. And so as the Outlaws injure their opponent, the defense naturally becomes more powerful. They also had, we do a lot of statistical research when we put these teams together. I was stunned at how bad their kicking game was. And they actually had 2 kickers that year. They brought Errol Mann back. I don't know if it was out of retirement, but they brought him back mid-season because the rookie kicker they had, Steinford, I think his name was, but he had pulled a groin muscle. Anyway, neither one of them could kick, and so you actually get -3 to field goal tries when you kick with this team. As a result, they end up going for it a lot on 4th down, and that's a completely valid strategy. The last thing is just win, baby. I'm actually going to flip this over so you can see the collection. The Outlaws, by the way, are perhaps the most complex team that we've put together, and I think that's appropriate for the 76 Raiders. They were chock full of talent and just crazy characters, and so they should be a difficult team to coach because to wrangle them. But there are 5 different mechanisms that, and I won't go through each one of them, but they basically make luck bend to your will in the second half. So the conceit here is that for the most part, if the Outlaws are losing at halftime, it's a good thing. We took to heart the statement from Snake Stabler where he would just tell his defense, just keep it close, just keep it close. And so the whole point is the Outlaws have the potential, more so than any other team in the game, to create those thrilling last-second finishes where they come back from 14 down with 5 minutes to play. They can actually do that. So that's the Outlaws. They're a ton of fun to play. They do require some practice, but they're a ton of fun.
And I should mention, they also have the biggest team card.
That is true, yes. Because they're the Outlaws, they have a card that's twice the size. Well, with that many mechanisms, we didn't want to try to squeeze it into the little footprint there.
Sure.
The Mustangs are much simpler. The Mustangs are based on the 1998 Denver Broncos. It was the last Elway Super Bowl team. And I think that was the year that Terrell Davis had 2,000-plus rushing yards. And so their running game is exceptionally good. And I'm going to flip this over. Their capabilities are really simple and straightforward. So for anybody who is newer to the game or wants sort of a lighter experience, the Mustangs are great for that because they have a very powerful deck, they have a good defense, and they have this ability to basically supersize their running in the first half. When we did our research here, we're really looking at how were the Broncos winning their games. They won quite a number of games that year, and they were comfortably jumping out to big leads and then really just keeping pace with their opponents, and they did that over and over and over again. And so that's what this team is built to do, is to sort of race to a lead if you're able to use that running wild mechanism where you can double the value of a run play in the first half. You only get it 3 times, but if you're coaching really well and you create a bunch of breakaways, you can actually generate more of those. So your first half has the potential to snowball. Second half, though, you're only using the deck, and the deck is good but not great. So without the mechanism, you do tend to kind of slow down a bit. And I always liken that to a horse that's just getting tired at the end of the race. They are the Mustangs. So those are the 2 teams that we're not using. And what we could do, Steve, is if you'd like me to kind of describe the Centurions and the Sinners as we play the game, we could do that. I know we have one of the coaches ready, and I think the other is coming in just a moment. So
sure, yeah. Let's see. Well, I guess if you want to describe one of the teams first, and as we're waiting for one of the coaches to come in.
Yeah, I'll just clear the board here and get rid of the components that we're not using.
All right.
So let's start with the Sinners. The Sinners actually have, and I'm going to flip this card over. The Sinners have a ball control passing. They're based on the 2018 Saints. I'm a New Orleans native. This team is near and dear to my heart. It really was the last reasonable shot that the Saints had to win a Super Bowl with Drew Brees, and they got really, really close. This is the team that had that terrible call in the NFC Championship, the non-call pass interference that ended up rattling the entire team. I mean, you could see the sideline, the coaching staff, everybody was just sort of outside of their own bodies after that happened, and they really kind of were sleepwalking through the rest of that game, and I think that's why they lost. And it was heartbreaking for all of us. But they have, of course, Drew Brees, who has that high accuracy, and so we have a mechanism that models his high accuracy, where you actually get to pull additional game day cards anytime you want. You have 3 of those. So if he happens to throw an incompletion as a result of the game day deck, you can get another chance to complete that because he's Drew Brees. When they're at home, and the Sinners are home in this particular contest, they have the make some noise. That's their home crowd noise. And this is a very fun mechanism because the coach decision to use it, when you use it actually determines how effective it is. So if you use it on first down, it has no impact because, of course, why would the crowd get crazy on first down? But on second down, you're actually able to pull 2 game day cards instead of just 1. On third down, you can pull 3 instead of 1. On fourth down, you can pull 4. And so those are good to hang on to until later in the game. Second half in a tight game, that can actually stop a drive or maybe even force a turnover. They also have never punt. This team actually was pretty darn good at blocking punts, and so they pull 2 cards whenever their opponent punts, and it just gives them double the opportunity to pull that elusive punt block. And then the last one, and this is a mechanism that does not help them, is the blown call. Because this team's identity has in it that moment where they get just reamed by a terrible call, we've built that into this game. And so what the coach has actually done is handed over this yellow token, which is the blown call token, to his opponent. And so at any point during the game, the opponent can ignore a game day penalty card. So if one comes up that is beneficial to the sinners and their opponent doesn't want to allow them to have it, they can just wipe it away. So that's the sinners. They have a very strong playbook. In fact, one of their interesting formations is this double quarterback formation. This is the Taysom Hill formation. And so Taysom Hill, of course, is the third string quarterback who really functions as that slash person who plays halfback, fullback, receiver. We always joke down here in New Orleans, what does Taysom Hill play? He plays football. So anyway, these plays are all runs because Taysom Hill will either run it himself or hand off. But the runs are organized in such a way that you have to guess it perfectly or else they're going to get 1 yard line out of it. And that's exactly how that team would use that formation. So we'll see how that plays out today. They'll typically use that when it's only 1 yard line to go. The double quarterback formation is a pretty effective one there. And it looks like we're still waiting for the other coach to come in, so I can do the Centurions as well if you'd like.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, great. All right, so let me flip this over. I think he's locked it. Here we go. So the Centurions, do you want me to rotate that?
Oh, no, when I enlarge it,
Gotcha.
it flips.
Perfect. So the Centurions run a West Coast offense. They're based on the 2019 Chiefs. So that's why I thought this matchup was really compelling. These are 2 teams that could have plausibly played each other. I think they were both in 2018 on track to make the Super Bowl, and it just didn't work out for either of them. They kind of fell short in the championship game. But, of course, the Chiefs did go on to win the Super Bowl the next year, and that's why on paper I think the Chiefs are slightly better than the Sinners, although the Sinners are at home, and that does make a difference because of that make some noise. So I think we're in for a really tight matchup today. But the Centurions have just an electrifying quarterback. They have a very strong passing game. They have a capable running game, but their quarterback is outstanding. But one thing that I noticed when I was watching the game film, and we do watch, I'm not joking, 20 to 25 hours of game film when we're designing a team, because we want to find out what is the personality of that team. You can look at the statistics and see who had 1,000 yards rushing, who had 1,000 yards receiving. That tells part of the story, and I'll go into that more during the game. I think that's actually kind of a fun tributary to Sale. But this team had incredibly fast receivers. You've got Tyreek Hill. I think you had Sammy Watkins, in a lot of speed. And what I noticed was when a receiver on a fly route, for example, caught the ball and was able to extend that by an additional 25 yards, no one would ever catch them. And so that's one of the mechanisms is they're fast receivers. When they get a breakaway on a pass play, if they get 5 extra yard lines, even if it's short of the end zone, you just get the rest of it automatically and you get a touchdown. And that reflects how fast their receivers were. The tuck it and run is actually how Mahomes can scramble. And so this is an additionally powerful mechanism because it's not a traditional scramble. The traditional scramble, you have to call it before the game day deck comes out. And so before you actually see what the result of the play would be, you have to make that decision. Well, with Mahomes, you actually make it after you've pulled the game day card. You can only do it one time in the game, but in this instance, if he throws an interception, for example, pulls the pick pick one man to beat card, he can literally ignore it and just run at half the value. So that is incredibly powerful, and the reason it's so powerful is that if you go look at their statistics, I think he only threw like 3 or 5 interceptions that year. It was an incredibly low number of interceptions, and so we wanted to make sure that there were ways to hedge against turnovers for this team. So for that reason, they're very, very powerful. The keep the play alive, the last one they have, is also a Mahomes function. He gets to evade the rushers to get the pass off, and so this is an idea that you can twice per game, and it's only a catch-up mechanism. It's only when you're tied or when you're losing you can actually ignore the game day event and draw new game day cards and then choose the one you want. And so that one gets more powerful as you allow it to sort of mature into the game. So if you use it in the second quarter, you're only pulling an additional 2 cards, which can be very effective, but not nearly as powerful as if you wait until the third or the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, you're pulling 4 game day cards, and that you're almost virtually assuring success at that point. So it is something you'll probably see this coach hang on to until the late game. All right, well, with that, it looks like we've got both of our coaches lined up. Steve, back to you.
All right. Thanks, Art. Excellent. So an interesting mix of teams in this new expansion, whether you're looking for modern teams or something from the annals of history. We got you covered here in expansion number 6, and we should say it's on sale now over on the GameCrafter website, and there is a link in the show notes for that if you're looking to expand your Breakaway Football teams. So, all right. So we got both of our coaches in the room. Let's see. So we have Cooper is running the Centurions.
Correct.
All right, and then Richard is running the Sinners.
Correct.
All right, so it's going to be a little different show tonight. I will be giving color commentary for this, and we'll be watching 2 very capable coaches going at it here and playing with these 2 new teams. So I think, did we just have the?
We did just do the coin toss.
Right.
Yeah, the Centurions chose tails. It came up heads, and so we're going to find out who is taking the ball. Sinners will defer, so the Centurions will start with the ball. And here we go with the kickoff. The kickoff is a 0, so that's going to be a touchback out to the 25. I'll do a quick primer as the coaches begin. Let me make sure they know. Okay, so we're good to go.
All right.
So, Breakaway Football, if you're new to the game, there are a few conceits that we've made to shorten the amount of time that it takes to play a game. Game typically takes about 90 minutes head up. Can go a little faster if everybody knows what they're doing and smoothly executes the mechanism. That's one of the reasons I'm here, is to try to help with the pace, but usually it's about 90 minutes. And what we've done is collapsed the field into 5-yard increments. So you'll see us move the ball on the 25, the 30, the 35, the 40, etc. And the number of plays that get called is roughly half of what you would see in a football game. Oh my. Okay. Uh-oh. That's a problem. Well, you did say something would happen. Let me...
All right. Oh, and I should add, for anyone who's seen this for the first time, is that this is not commercially available on Tabletop Simulator. This has been just created for the benefit of Art and his playtesters, and also an online league that he runs. But it's not commercially available to buy. It's a physical product only at this point. So, as with all things in technology, I like to say that technology is great, except when it's not. So just
that's okay. I can fix this very, very quickly.
All right. Oh, no problem.
Yeah, it's not an issue.
It's a good chance for some banter. So, Art, what's your prediction for the game?
Look, I'm a Saints fan, tried and true. I really want to pull for the Saints. Both of these coaches are highly skilled, and so it is unfortunate for me to have to pick one way or the other. But if I had to choose, I think I would choose the Centurions.
I think he's reloading that team, I think.
Yeah.
All right. So just a slight delay, or are we all set now?
Let's see.
Just about.
Oh,
All right.
they're all blank still. Nope.
Go ahead and tell Rick that I'm taking care of it right now.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Okay, all fixed.
Excellent. All right. So everybody in the chat.
All right,
yeah.
we're in.
If you guys want to give, I see there's looks like Brian's rooting for the Sinners as well. I think it's going to be a very close game.
I do too. I think the Centurions have the edge on paper, but because the Sinners are at home, don't count them out.
You never know. All right. Well, let's head on down to the field for some action. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right.
So the way we express this is 1st and 5, right? Because it's 5-yard lines to get to the 50. The first downs are at the 20, the 50, and the opposite 20. And of course, the goal being to score a touchdown. If you touch the goal line, you're in the end zone for a touchdown. So they'll come out in a slot form. That is their balanced formation. Each team has 3 different types of, well, almost all the teams have 3. Some have 2. But here we have slot form versus nickel. So let's see what happens. All right, we've got a power run of 3 versus blitz of 1. There are no breakaways here, and so we have a gain of 2 right now, and that card has no impact, so it is a gain of 2, 2nd down. So pretty good run there.
Yeah, good gain on 1st down.
Mm-hmm. So as you can see, it is, even though it's 25 yards, we just express it as 1st and 5 because as you start to gain more yardage, you'll see that 2 is a pretty common, good run versus sort of a mixed pass defense. You'll end up getting about 2 on that. If you see them come out in ace big, that's their run-heavy formation. So there's a good chance that the Sinners will come out in their 4-3, which is their run-heavy defense setup. And so we'll see what they come out with. Just because it's ace big and it's their run heavy does not mean that they're going to run. In fact, one of the benefits of that is to come out showing run and then throw over the top. So we'll see what they choose to do here. Ace big versus nickel. The nickel is their balanced set. So they must be hedging here. All right, and that's a toss play. So he did come out with a big run and a wide run. That is a defensive breakaway.
Ooh.
So that is our first big play of the game, and that is going to be a -1. So the defensive breakaway actually just uses the upper left corner as the value of the play. So the actual numbers on the cards don't matter at that point, and it's either going to be a 0, a -1, a -2, or a turnover. So anytime you get a defensive breakaway, you've got that shot at a turnover. So yeah, it's better to guess right.
Yes. As with most things in life.
I agree. It's not necessary, though. I mean, there are some teams that are really good at generating breakaways. There are others that have a more limited set of plays, especially teams that underperformed in their actual season. All of the teams in Breakaway Football are based on individual single seasons of iconic franchises. We actually have another Saints team. Again, I'm from New Orleans. We're probably going to have 1 or 2 more by the end of it. But they're called the Pharaohs. They come in the base set, and they are based on the 2012 Saints, the team post-Bountygate that had a historically bad defense. And so they have a very strong passing attack, decent surprise running, and just a god-awful defense. So with them, there's no good reason to hedge. Sometimes you may think, oh, well, I'll just call the highest number card that I've got, and that if you follow that only, it's a recipe to lose. The more important relationship is what play blows up what other play, and that's what you see on the board. There's those 2 little offense and defense card images, and it has the breakaway relationships right on the board. So if you don't remember, you can always just take a peek at the board and see what you think your opponent's going to come in with, and then try to blow them up. A great setup, and this matches with football, is that if you are setting up the expectation of run, then you should be able to play action pass over the top of that. Oh no,
Oh,
Cooper's keyboard is going crazy again.
more
Oh no.
technical-ish. Okay.
More technical. Oh no.
Mhm.
Well, that certainly will hamper the Centurions' capabilities if the Microsoft Surface on the sideline is
Oh,
not
okay.
functioning. I don't know if you remember this. I'm old enough to remember going to the Superdome, watching a football game that the Saints playing, and the way they would move the images of their opponent, they take Polaroids from the ceiling and then they'd run it down on a string.
Oh,
I mean,
wow. Oh,
yeah, it was something. Gun Tray.
huh.
Have you ever seen or heard about that? That's crazy.
No.
Yeah, and I guess that was in the 80s, so it's like pre-fax, I guess. It was how it was so neat too because you would see it just kind of float down like a little angel
Oh,
floating down to the sideline. All right, gun tray is their pass heavy formation. Dime is the pass heavy defense. Oh, there's a delay. That's a
oh,
special run versus zone. Oh, and they've come right back with an offensive breakaway. This is the perfect play. Oh, and
oh,
that's small in the hole. So right now we have 2-on-1 is a gain of 1, plus this 2 is actually a gain of 3. And because it's an offensive breakaway, we're going to keep pulling and looking at the upper right corner. Oh, that's an additional
oh.
3. Oh, so they've got the first down, but we're going to keep going. We keep going until we pull a
Huh.
0, and that is tackled at the 40-yard line. A huge draw play against the zone. Really caught him.
Wow.
Caught him looking there. That was good stuff.
All right. Harvey in the chat room says that he remembers the pictures sliding down the lines.
Excellent. Yes.
All right. Well, so interesting start here with the Centurions going with the ground game.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to set up the expectation of the pass because all of their mechanisms really do hinge on the pass, and they're subverting that successfully right now. And he does look like he's having some issues with either his mouse or his keyboard.
Uh-oh.
That is a shame.
Uh,
Yeah,
um.
don't do that.
Oh.
So he's gonna have to put it back as he showed the play to his opponent.
Hey Art.
That's a shame. Yes, yes,
Hey Art.
yeah. Go ahead.
I can't. Oh, something's going totally wrong on my end. My keyboard doesn't work. My mouse doesn't work. I'm having trouble even flipping cards.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Do you want to log out and log back in?
I can try. Honestly, this happened in pregame and it seemed to get better. I don't know if there's like a technical glitch with other stuff that's running for the broadcast. I'm not sure what's going on. So I'll get out and we'll try again.
Okay, and with that, we have a TV
All
timeout.
right. Well, let's get a word from our sponsors.
Tell you what.
What's is there anything in the pipeline for Breakaway Football?
Yes, well, this is a great opportunity to talk about that. I did say that we'd have another Saints team, and I've already built the Sentinels. That is the Dome Patrol team from 1991.
Ah.
I don't know if we're going to release it with the next expansion. I'm a New Orleans guy. There's quite a few New Orleans fans of the game, but I don't know that the the large majority of people are super excited to have 3 Saints teams, especially when we're missing, some of the core franchises like we don't have an Eagles team yet. So what we're looking at is really the 86 Giants. They're called the Goliaths, and they'll be out with that next expansion. We're also going to be releasing the Vandals. That is the Vikings, the 98 Vikings. That was a team, when you go take a look for any of those teams that are featured in the Missing Rings. I don't know if you've ever looked that up, but those really great packages from the NFL Network that talk about teams. So they've got the whole series of America's Game where they talk about each Super Bowl winner, and so essentially each team has its own 45-minute package. And I watch those as part of my preliminary research for new teams. but some of the other teams have these missing rings, like the Chargers, I think, have one. Our team is the Bolts, which is the Chargers of 1980, one of those legendary teams that sort of underperformed in the playoffs over and over again. And that is a really fun team. But those teams that fall short tend to have some sort of Achilles heel. We try to build in a reason why they would have underperformed. Not so much that you put your thumb on the scale and you can't win with that team, because that's not fun, but you do want to make it a little more challenging to win with them. So another team that we do have already is the Gunslingers. They are the Houston Oilers from the early 90s, that team that blew a 35-point lead in the playoffs, a game that I remember watching live, and the only reason I didn't turn it off is that I was too lazy to get off the couch. But, that game was over,
Right.
and they clawed right back into it. So we wanted to make sure that team could blow a big lead. So the way that team works is it has a really powerful core deck. They can do a lot of stuff, and they do it very, very well. But their mechanism acts like air brakes and really takes the wind out of their sails in the second half, so much so that they actually give their opponent we call them bullets, right? Because they're the gunslingers. So they give their opponent bullets, and they end up shooting themselves in the foot with these bullets. It really just allows the opponent to bend luck to their will in the second half, only when they're losing, though. So one strategy with the gunslingers that we've seen work really well, and it's a high guts strategy, but it's you can just remain losing in the second half, just keep it close, and then possess the ball at the end and score the winning score at the end, and just deny your opponent that mechanism. But boy, that takes a lot of gumption to run it.
Right.
The other way to go with that team is to run the score up as fast as you can. Try to have a nice lead and then just hold on by your fingernails. That's the strategy that I use, and I lose more often than not doing that. So maybe that's not a great strategy, but it certainly is a strategy.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Each team plays a little different, and since we're waiting for the coaches to come in, I actually can pull in a few art objects if that's okay.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So here's a team called the Bobcats. They are based on, can you tell?
Yeah.
That is the Cincinnati Bengals.
The Yankee Shuffle.
Yes, exactly. And so that team pairs very well with the Hydra, which is the Joe Montana 49ers from that same year. So we try to build complementary teams. Like we have a Steelers team from 78, I'm sorry, 78, yes. So we have a 78 Steelers team, and we also have the 78 Cowboys team. That's the Horsemen. So when the Blacksmiths play the Horsemen, you get to replay Super Bowl 13. So we're trying to, as we plan out some of the newer expansions, we want to make sure that we're putting teams together that make sense. So this next expansion looks like it's going to be the Vandals, which is the 98 Vikings, the Goliaths, which is the 86 Giants, and then we have the Canners, which is the 1996 Packers.
Nice.
We already have a Packers team. They're called the Stackers, and so we're just trying to get all these warehouse themes out, but I think the artwork looks really good for those. The fourth team is actually a little bit off kilter. We always try to throw in kind of an older team when we can, and so the fourth team is going to be the Bronze, which is the Cleveland Browns, but it's specifically the Browns from 1964, when Jim Brown was their fullback, and they won the NFL championship. And that is a really fun team, believe it or not. The Jim Brown mechanism is almost exclusively, the team, and he can do a lot of amazing things. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and that's the only. In fact, do I have the Bronze? I think I have them in here. Let me see if I can pull that up for you. Let's see.
All right, we're going to get an exclusive look.
Yeah, possibly.
Well, maybe,
there they are.
Well, maybe.
So as you can see, the Bronze have a helmet design that's different from the other teams. They have the duckbill helmet, which I love.
Wow.
That's
very cool.
That's what they would have worn. And the Bronze have this really interesting set of mechanisms that are this is still a work in progress, but it's pretty close. Basically, it's how these different tokens get spent. And there are some of those tokens that you can spend in a certain way that are obviously beneficial, and others are more of a pressure luck kind of mechanism. So it's completely up to you. Coop's keyboard has stopped working. Wow.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Well, that's a thing.
Well,
Ah.
all right. Well, I guess.
If you'd like, I mean, I could jump in on the other side, but then that would leave you by yourself, and I'm not, I could play against Rick, though. I could definitely do that. I could kind of give you an under the helmet.
You can still stay doing commentary. And
Mhm.
do you want to? Yeah, that would
I'll do
work.
that.
We can at least play out, a half here and let so we can see. We haven't got to see any of the mechanisms yet for for either of these teams. So yeah, that'd be
Okay. That's what we'll do. I'll go ahead and change my color to blue. That'll swap me over to that side, and so now I can only see the Centurions, and we can go ahead and get started. So I'm pretty sure it was 1st and 4 from the 40.
Yeah, it just had the breakaway.
Yeah, and let me jump in and let Rick know.
All right,
Rick, I'm going to take the Centurions until Coop fixes his keyboard. Okay.
All right. So a new coach now.
Yeah, well, COVID protocols being what they are. His computer must have COVID. I don't know. So let's take a look at what he's got. I like this playbook. I like this playbook a lot. So I'm going to go with Ace Big, which is their run heavy formation, and see if Rick recognizes what I'm doing here. So we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Like I said, sometimes you set up an expectation and subvert it. Sometimes you lean into it. And what Cooper had done the last time he called Ace Big was go with an outside toss play of 4. That's typically the strongest run you're going to see from most teams. Some of the teams that are exclusively run-heavy teams actually have a value of 5, but the runs are anywhere from 1 to 5. This team only has up to 4. And so he went with his big gun early. And so let's see if Rick tries to hedge against the big gun again.
Mm-hmm.
So 4-3 is his run-heavy formation. So let's see what happens. Oh, I got him. That is a breakaway. So this is an inside run versus press. So this is an offensive breakaway. And what's fun here is that this is a holding call. Now, because this is a breakaway, I can choose either the middle value or the upper corner. If it had not been a breakaway, I would have been stuck with this holding call. So I actually get to avoid the holding call. 3 minus 2 is a gain of 1, plus 1 in the corner. So right now it's a gain of 2. And because it's an offensive breakaway, I get to start flipping. And we take the upper corner, which is another 1. And we're going to keep going until we get tackled. That's 1 more.
First down.
We're going to keep going. That's 1 more.
Uh-oh.
And now you got to start thinking that there is a fumble out there. Okay, tackled. Whew, all right, good. Sometimes it can be a double-edged sword to call it, right? There's only 1 fumble in the entire 54 cards, but it seems to come up every now and again, and boy, it's demoralizing when it happens.
Yes. It always comes up at the best time.
Oh, the very best.
Yeah.
So now we're in a situation where the running game has been very successful. And so we're going to try, I'll just let you guys in on a little secret. I'm going to try to subvert that. Gosh, I don't see what I want. I think Cooper may have already used the card that I want to use. So I will come out with this, which is slot form. The good thing about slot form, it's the balanced formation. So it's very hard to get a read on this formation. You're not sure if it's a run or a pass. It's a very good formation to come out with this team to sort of perpetrate, I'm going to run a play, and that's all they really know.
Okay.
So he'll have to go on his intuition and his understanding of what I do. He and I have coached against each other for years. And so he probably knows what I'm doing, but we'll find out in a second. Are we ready? Here we go. So screen versus, and he knew exactly what I was doing. Darn it. So great call, Rick. So that is a defensive breakaway, and that is a 0. So the pass falls harmlessly to the ground, and it's now 2nd down. Great call. Great call. In fact, I should give him the quick kudos. All right. Sportsmanship is important.
There you go. Sure.
So now one of the challenges here, I guess, is what do we end up doing? So I'll come out in Ace Big. So we're going to perpetrate a big run here, and we'll see what he does. So Ace Big is a running formation, like I said earlier, and it does have your higher value runs for this particular team. The passes are lower value, but the mechanisms are for pass, so I still think it's a very valuable formation. You don't have to run out of this. Now, because he's come out in nickel, I'm thinking that he's hedging. The nickel is the middle of the road defense. I'm actually going to audible. So that's how you audible in Breakaway Football, is you rotate the card. So now I'm using the other play. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do it. So it's a cutback for, and I audibled right into a breakaway. Oh, no. So he has called the perfect play, and that is a -2. So he was looking for the inside run. I ran right into him, lost 2.
Wow.
Great call.
Yeah,
wow.
What a goal line stand here.
I think now we're seeing just how beneficial it is to know your opponent.
Very
he really does know me. I'm going to give him a chance to blow me up a third time. I'm going to be very straight with you. I'm calling something that might be ill-advised, but I'd like to try to score the touchdown here, even though it's 3rd and goal from the 25. It's still makeable. If I can get a breakaway. So what I'm expecting him to come out in is the safest possible defense, which is called 2-man under. It's a defense that cannot generate a breakaway against the defense. But as a result, it has very minimal run and pass numbers. Yeah, and he's coming out in dime. So I think I'm just going to let it stand. Let's see what happens. So it's a medium pass for, he came out in prevent. Okay, so prevent actually cuts the value of the card in half. So this 6 becomes a 3. So I will get 3. And of course, it's intentional grounding.
No.
So that is a situation where I'm going to spend a challenge flag, because I don't want to lose the 2-yard lines back to the 35 and maybe even miss the field goal from back there.
Right.
So instead, I'm going to take the 3. That means it's now 4th down from the 10.
Ooh.
And I'll go ahead and kick the field goal.
Oh, all right.
So I'm going to burn a card that represents.
Stand.
Yeah, it's a great stand, and it's a 7. So if I had kicked it from back there, it still would have been good. But it's a much better shot from here. So great defense there by the Sinners. They absolutely earned that. That was a fantastic stand, and it is now 3-0. So we'll do the kickoff, which is a 1. That means it's returned out to the 15. And what those numbers mean are actually here on the board. Steve, if you want to take a quick peek at that. I went ahead and pulled those tiles from the rulebook, and it was just helpful to have it out. So, this way you know what your field goal percentage success is going to be from anywhere on the field, and that way you can make an educated decision. For anybody who isn't playing this on Tabletop Simulator, you could just pull out the rulebook. That information is in the Breakaway Football rulebook. Now, what you see here is the Sinners are actually taking cards out of their offensive playbook and putting them into the discard. In Breakaway Football, the cards are the clock. There is no clock mechanism here. So each card, we have 15 cards in the deck, in the offensive deck, and that is 1 minute of time. And so right now we've got 8 cards in the discard, so that means that 8 minutes have elapsed in the first quarter. So with 7 minutes left in the first, the Sinners are going to get the ball at the 15. So in order to make the clock correct, he has to discard 8 of his cards to begin his drive. What's interesting about it is it kind of constrains what you can do, because you don't have access to everything that you might want to call. And so the challenge, or the decision at this point is kind of a deliciously difficult decision. What do I keep? Now the good news is when the quarter expires, you get all of your cards back. So for 4 different quarters, you're going to see these cards over and over again. So just because you discard it here doesn't mean it's gone forever. It just means you're choosing not to use it right now.
Yeah, I love that clock mechanism. That's a really great way to implement it, and like you said, have those, awful decisions that you need to make. Like, I really want to keep this play, but I also really want to keep this play. So, yeah.
Yeah. When we were initially designing the game before it had ever been released, and by the way, I have to say thank you to Michael Kaplan, who was the originator of that. He's one of the 4 designers on the box. He's the one who came up with the clock mechanism, and I love it too. But we actually had 24 plays, and you'd have to whittle those down to 15. And the idea there was, we want to give people a lot of everything so they can make their own choice. But ultimately, the challenge of sort of whittling things down became unbearable, and so we decided against it. So I am a terrible defensive coach. I just need everyone to know that, and you're about to see that on full display. So we're going to go 4-3 versus slot form, and we'll see how, what did I do wrong? Okay, I did not get blown up. It's 5-on-3. Right now it's going to be a gain of 2 for the Sinners. That will give them a first down. But it's a
Oh,
bang-bang collision, so that is incomplete. I am bailed out by dumb luck. And that's
right.
about what we're up for today.
3 cheers for dumb luck.
I'll take it. Rismo says, I'm good because the option there is to spend a challenge flag to ignore this middle value. But those challenge flags are very powerful, and they really should be saved and used at critical moments in the game. So I think that was the right call for him to not just preserve a gain of 2. It's second down anyway, so he'll have plenty of opportunity to pick up this 1. Shotgun. Okay, so there's one of 2 things he's doing. He's either going to run or he's going to pass. Did I do well, Steve?
No, you see here, they could either run or they could pass here.
That's right. So I'm going to try to cover the one thing that I think he's going to do. So we'll see if I'm right. Let's see.
Let's see. Oh, boy.
I think he's thinking about audibling
Ooh.
is what he's doing. This is, and there it is, and I got him.
Oh.
I got him. So that is the screen against the zone. The special pass is blown up, and I think that's why he was thinking about it. But it's only a 0 in the corner.
Oh, okay.
Again, with the defensive breakaway, this corner, the upper left corner, replaces the play value. The play result, and so it's just an incompletion, so it's third down. I was really hoping to get a sack there, -1 or a -2 would have been great. Or even a turnover. Those are the things that can happen when you get that defensive breakaway. But the guarantee is that he won't go forward. When you get a defensive breakaway, it is impossible for your opponent to gain yardage. Third down.
Oh, boy.
Gosh. Oh, I'm proving myself to be a small liar here because I've called decent defense so far. But here's another opportunity. You know what? I'm gonna try to show off a little bit here. I think I know what he's gonna do. Let's see if I'm right. If I'm right, it's epic, and if I'm wrong, we'll just edit that out in post, right? Oh wait, this is live.
Oh, sure, yeah.
This is live, yeah. Oh no, I did not know what he was doing. Great call. So that's a short pass 4 versus a wide run pass defense of 2. So right now it's a gain of 2, and no, I can't let him have that.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to use my challenge flag to ignore that middle value. He'll gain 2, but I am now out of challenge flags. And he says, wise choice. Okay.
All
painful,
right.
but good.
And the Centurions added challenge flags here. We're still in the first.
All right. Yeah, we're still. And look, in general, you don't want to spend those challenge flags early, but I have a habit of spending them very freely. You can earn one of them back. So if you are tied or losing and you generate a breakaway, you can get one of them back. But you can't earn both of them back. So the best I could do would be to lose or be losing and then generate a breakaway and get one of them back. So for right now, it's basically like I'm walking a tightrope with no net.
Yes.
So I'm going to sell out. I'm going to do something very dumb, and we'll see if it works. Hey, it worked! It worked! Whoa, he's got to be just cursing up a storm on his end of the call. That is a breakaway for the defense. Oh, my God, and that would avoid... Oh, so it's a -1, but because I got a breakaway, I get to choose whether it's the middle value or the corner value. I'm not giving him a free touchdown.
Wow.
That's insane. There's only 2 of those in the whole deck. One for pass, one for run, and they came out on back-to-back plays.
Yeah.
And he called the right type of play on both. He's got to be apoplectic at this point. Second down, so it's 2nd and 6. Whew. All right.
Oh boy.
Okay. Shotgun. See, I don't know what he's doing now. I'm all out of. I'm all out of everything.
The magic beans have run out.
I think what he's going to do. I just don't have the guts to call it, but I think what he's going to do is run with Alvin Kamara out of this formation.
Okay.
But I'm going to let him. Yeah, it's fine. Take it. So that's a gain of 3. That pass has no impact, so it's a pickup of 3, and we're just setting up third down. You know, that's
all right. And now
that's fine.
I think he only has the double QB formations left.
Well,
no,
he's got
he has
a yeah. So that's smart. So with this 5 wide, if he gets a gain of 2. I think he'll go for it on 4th down. So I really need to try to blow this up if I can. 5 wide, of course, is his pass-heavy formation. gosh. What's he going to call? Oh, brother. Okay, this is where, it's more fun to watch these games than coach them sometimes.
I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna sell out. I think he's gonna throw a short pass. We'll see. If he goes long, he's got me. He's got me dead to rights if he goes long. Okay, it's a screen. Oh, darn it. Good call. So no breakaway here. 7-on-4 will be a gain of 3. Let's see what the game day gives us. So this is an instant replay card. This means that we pull 2 game day cards, and the offense gets to choose which one they want to use. There's another card just like that for the defense. And so between these two, because it's not neither of those is pass related, neither of those is actually going to impact the play. So it's a gain of 3, and that is a first down. So eek. So he's in
first down.
He's in a weird spot, though, because I think he's only got the 1 card left, and this really isn't where you would use the double QB formation. So he might choose to take a timeout just to pull a card out of his discard, or he may just roll with it. Okay. All right. Well, little does he know that I designed this team. So, wait, he does know that. I'm going to play it very safe. There are some plays that are really, really good against double QB, but for the most part, if you call goal line, you'll just give them 1 and kind of move on with life. So that's what I'm going to do. Just a spoiler alert, going to go, and I figured he'd go QB sweep, but I didn't have the guts to call wide run. Because there's another play, the opposite of that card would actually give him a breakaway, and Taysom Hill would just be running for days. So, and that is a pass penalty, so it has no impact on the run, so it's a gain of 1, second down. I'm very comfortable with that result, and it is now the second quarter. So he's going to pull all of his cards back in. And as you can see, the flow of the game is pretty nice. And if both coaches know their teams well and know what they like to do and kind of put the cards out quickly, it's very smooth.
Absolutely, yeah. So interesting that haven't used any of the mechanisms.
Yeah, and I think it's because... Yeah, these teams tend to hoard their mechanisms until the end of the game. They become more effective later in the game. And so if we were to go into the third or fourth quarter, to keep the play alive would be much more effective.
Sure.
The fast receivers, I just need to blow him up on a pass play. And I think that's part of why the run was so successful for Cooper early on. Cooper understood that, the Senators were probably going to hedge against the pass with their play calls because their deck strength is pretty good against the run. So they have this kind of latent run ability. So they can have the luxury of calling pass defenses and leaving that kind of run coverage still in existence. And that way they can try to take away the fast receivers. So that's some of the strategy that comes into play. Gosh, I just don't know what he's going to do. I just don't.
Here's part of those layers.
I can't. I know that's a bad call. We're going to do something else. All right, we're going to do. Yeah, we'll do that. Whatever. I got lucky in 1 drive, so I can't be greedy. All right, he's going to blow me up here, but that's fine. We'll try this.
All right.
Oh, all right. Well, no, that was a good call. Draw versus blitz. My first thought was to call zone, and it would have been a breakaway. 3-on-1 right now is a gain of 2, and that's a face mask penalty on me, so it's a gain of 2. And then after the play, it's 3 more, and I cannot do anything about it because I am out of challenge flags. And that is live by the sword, die by the sword. It's terrible. Okay, so this is it's going to get ugly quick. But the only good news here is that if I do allow a touchdown, then I can earn one of my challenge flags back.
All right, yeah.
Have a little bit of coverage there. But yeah, he hasn't used any of his high accuracy yet because he hasn't needed to. I would expect him to hang on to it, though, until the end of the game.
Because those are, you just get 3. They don't replenish in any
Correct.
ways.
Yeah. It's just 3 opportunities to get out of a bad play. And really, you kind of want to save that for the automatic pick. There's 1 card in the deck that is an automatic interception. And if you have your high accuracy, you don't have to waste a challenge flag. You can just burn the high accuracy, and you guarantee not going to throw the interception. What is he going to do? Okay, we're going to sell out for what I think he's going to do. And if I'm right, then I am treating myself to pizza. I am not right. Good, because I don't need pizza. All right, so that is, gosh. All right, so that's 4-on-1. It's going to be a gain of 3, and that spin move is only on run, so it doesn't have any impact. 1, 2, 3, he's down to the 5.
Second and goal.
Gosh, all right. Well, Well, it
Yeah.
was fun while it
Uh-oh.
lasted, Steve.
Oh, you never know.
It was fun. Um, yeah.
Although,
Sinners.
oh, I was gonna say I thought this would be a perfect place for the double QB formation, but
Oh, absolutely. No, you're right. That would be a great call. But because it would put a lot of pressure on me to call the exact perfect play. Okay, I think he's going to blow me up here too, but that's all right. Only stop one thing, so I'm going to try to stop it.
mm,
Oh, I got him.
oh,
So the press will blow up the short pass. So that is a defensive breakaway. Give me a turnover. No,
Oh.
it's a 0. It's a 0. Well, that's fine. One more down.
mm.
And he's risk averse, but in the right context, he will go for it. And so I would fully imagine that if I'm lucky enough to stop him here and force a 4th and 1, he's got that double QB just sitting there. I think he would go for it on 4th down. Yeah. Because what's the worst thing that could happen? He pins me, deep in my own territory.
Right.
Yeah. So I kind of expect him to do that. So I need to be a little perfect here. We'll see. Coop, if you're watching, I'm trying to secure your legacy, sir. It's not going great.
Oh, and I think
here
and comes.
He's coming out with it now. Oh man. And so this is where knowing the deck has some advantages, but it doesn't give you enough information to feel super confident about your choice.
Mm-hmm.
I know what's in that formation, I know what he can do, but I can really only stop one of the 4 things at any one time. So I have to guess exactly right. So here's my thought process. Last time he ran this, we called goal line. I would not expect him to run something that would allow success against goal line. He ran the QB sweep last time, so I'm going to just give him the touchdown if that's the case. I'm going to do this. Here we go. So I'm definitely selling out for a specific thing that I think he might do.
All right. The bold strategy. Let's see if it pays
see.
off.
Nope, he went sweep.
Nope.
Good call. Good call. So that's a gain of 2. That's going to be a touchdown.
Oh.
And the juke move for added style points.
Style points, yeah. Oh, and the Centers take the lead.
All right, so extra point is good. We check the bottom right corner. Any integer is good. So it is 7-3 Centers. Whew.
Right.
Well, I made him work for it. He still
yes.
got it, though.
Yes, let's
Spirit.
see. So, yeah, we're down to 11 minutes.
Okay, so I have
Left
to
in the
discard
second
4
quarter.
cards. Actually, let me do the kickoff first so I know where we are, and that way yeah, it's a 1, so I have the ball to 15. 1st and 1. Okay. Let's get rid of... Yeah, this is hard. This is a good offense. It's hard to discard cards from here.
Yeah.
Get rid of that. Let's see. We'll get rid of... Gosh, I guess we'll get rid of that.
All right. And to the viewers, if we do have the designer of the game on here, and he's now coaching, but if you do have any questions, leave them in the chat room, and I will pass them along. But right now, everyone's enjoying the game.
Oh, good.
Good game going here.
All right, so we're going to come out in slot form. Slot form is the balanced formation for the Centurions. What's fun about the different teams is that almost all of them have a run-heavy, balanced, and pass-heavy. Some of them only have 2, like a run-heavy to balanced, especially the teams from the 1970s and earlier. Almost all of those only have 2 formations. They really wouldn't have had a pass-heavy attack, not in the way that a modern team would. So we do differentiate the different eras of football in that way. And they're running attacks. So, for example, the Outlaws being in the 70s, the way that the game functioned back then, it was much more about 3 yards in a cloud of dust. It was much more about grinding out the clock. And on a field like this, where you're doing things in 5-yard increments, that can be challenging. So the way we've chosen to model that is that their runs have many more minimum gains. So even though the numbers might be a little lower, they're always going to get at least one, unless it's a breakaway for the defense. And that models that sort of plotting efficiency that you see out of those older teams. But this slot form, I'm trying to bait him into something here. So let's see if he takes the bait. He's not going to.
Uh-oh.
Darn it. Darn it. Okay, I think he's got probably a wide run out of nickel here because it's pretty safe. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Here we go. Play action pass. Oh, okay. All right. That's not death. So 6 on 3 is a gain of 3. And I'm glad I didn't run because I can't avoid the fumble. So I did definitely avoid the fumble by doing the play action pass. Gets a gain of 3, gets the first down, and some breathing room.
Yes. Out of the shadow of the end zone.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Let's see. All right, so now we're going to bait him into something different. We're going to come out in gun tray, which is the pass heavy, and we're going to see if he takes the bait.
All right. Yeah, we have not seen the Centurions go for a bomb yet.
Yeah, you won't see that here.
Oh, okay.
not just yet. I think he would be expecting it from here. I would like to do it maybe around the 40 or 40. Well, not the 45. He'd expect it from there. Maybe if I can get this play to the 40-yard line, I'll take a shot. Yeah. Because he's sneaky. You know, a lot of the coaches who test this game regularly like to subvert expectations when they get 1-yard line away from the first down. They'll take a shot deep. And so in this coaching group, they're sort of conditioned to expect that. Now, you folks at home, feel free to do that. That's a really good strategy. But against Rick, I think he would sniff that out very, very quickly. All right, let's see if he's got me. I hope that I've baited him properly. So we're doing a halfback dive? No. So that's not a breakaway. Inside run only loses to goal line. So it is a minimum gain of 1. But yeah, he knew what I was doing. Fortunately, though, I dodged the QB sack, so we get the gain of 1. It's now second down. That's the other problem, Steve, is that the long pass has that low accuracy marker on it, which means that not only do you have to dodge the breakaway, which is already hard enough, but you have to have green text on the game day card. So even if I had thrown a long pass there, I would have had to take the sack. Yeah, it would have been incomplete anyway. Just so much to dodge right now because I don't have a challenge flag like a fool. I did not keep one.
Spent him faster than a sailor on shore leave.
I know. It's burning a hole in my pockets. But that is the way I coach. I cannot endorse that as a good strategy, to be very honest, but it is the way that I coach. I like to burn them. And actually, if I can get a breakaway, I can get one back. So I am looking at, not only am I trying to move the ball across the 50, I am trying to blow him up. Oh, darn it. I see he's coming out in dime, and the thing that I have called is not going to work. So I'm going to have to audible. I'm going to wait until he actually puts the play on the Yeah, we're getting out of that. All right, so I think he's good too. All right, so we're going to do a draw play. Yeah, he would have blown me up. That's long pass versus 2 men. See, he's crafty, that Rick. He's really good. Anyway, this is 3 on 0, so right now it's a gain of 15 yards. I wouldn't have been able to use it, though, because it was 1, 2, 3. So I do get the first, and that's good. But now I lose this card with the long pass on it. It's not my only one, but it is my favorite one. And it is first down.
All right. Nice, slow, methodical drive going on here.
Yeah, I mean, he's clearly what he's doing is he's putting up big pass defenses to try to limit the fast receivers, and that's why the running game is more effective than you would expect. But that is actually how this team would work. They did run a lot, and they were pretty effective at it. I think if you look at their passing numbers, they're more impressive. But he's just a really good coach. I'm just having a hard time getting him to commit to something that would give me a breakaway. I'm going to try it here, though. This isn't normally a place where I would throw. 1st and 6, I tend to like to run, get a little bit here, try to set up a manageable 3rd down. But we're gonna go against type because he really does seem to have me pegged right now. Yeah.
He's got your tells.
Oh, he does. Yeah, we've known each other for 30 years, and we've been coaching football together for a long time. So he knows everything that I like to do. It makes it hard. Yeah,
Well, you got him thinking.
that is good. Yeah, this is a victory in and of itself. He's second guessing himself, which means maybe, because I am doing something a little out of the ordinary, maybe he won't expect it. So we'll see. We'll see. The only thing, I need him to not blitz. This is a really weird place for him to blitz. I don't think he would do it. I'm really hopeful that he won't. Let's see what happens. Oh, okay, that's good. So 7-on-4 will be a gain of 3, assuming it's complete. It is an acrobatic grab, and we get the extra 1, so it's a gain of 4. And that is good. So
right.
Gobbling up some yardage in a hurry. Now 2nd and 2, very, very manageable. Yeah, I just thought, it's 1st and 6. It's unlikely for him to blitz because it's a high-risk, high-reward play, and he's already in good down and distance shape, so why would he blitz?
Good call.
Okay, so now we're going to go gun tray. I'm hoping that he's thinking that I'm choosing now to light up my passing offense. And just for you folks at home, this is not a pass. Unless he gives me a defense that makes me think that I can go over the top, in which case I can audible. So that's one of the things I really like about this, is that it's part chess and part poker.
Yes, very much. Yeah, you can definitely you can outthink your opponent, and you can also outthink yourself.
I have done both. Yes, they've done both today. I think I did audible right into a breakaway. Yeah, see, and that's the nickel again. That's that balanced formation, and it really is giving me fits because I don't know whether he's hedging run or hedging pass. So I'm just going to trust my instinct and go ahead and run this power run, and it's press. So 2-on-1 will be a gain of 1, and well, the pass would have been good there. So I get the 1, which makes it 3rd and 1.
All right.
And we're down to 6 minutes, and so now I'm, perfect world, I could burn 6 minutes and score a touchdown, but I don't think that's going to happen. So he likes to go wide run in these circumstances, and I like to do this. So we're going to go slot for him, and he'll probably sniff this out because, again, he's a very good coach and he knows my tendencies, but we'll see. We shall see. What do you think I'm going to do, Steve?
Oh, boy.
Right?
I'm not sure. I'm thinking a short pass.
Oh, that is a very good guess. Yeah, it's in the area. Yes.
Okay.
So that is a very good choice. So yeah, to stop a short pass, you'd put up press. So let's see if he puts up press. I think I've burned him on press once with an inside run for a big breakaway, so he probably won't. But again, that silly nickel, man, I just can't get him out of that. Yeah. So let's see what happens. We're going to go screen versus tight run. That is a good play. Oh, yes, that is a touchdown, folks. It's 6-on-0, and this card doesn't matter. Whee!
Wow.
I'll take it. But I think he's going to take the victory that he didn't allow me to get a breakaway, which so he kept me from
yeah.
So we'll kick the extra point. The extra point is good because of the 7 in the corner, and so it is now 10-7.
Okay. And
we'll go ahead
he'll have 5 minutes.
Yes. So we'll kick away. It's a 0, so it's a touchback out to the 25, so he'll start with the ball 1st and 5. And that is the blocked field goal if you wanted to take a look at that card.
Yeah. So the blocked field goal is out of play for the half.
Yeah. So that's good.
And there's been no punts yet.
Yes, yeah, I wouldn't expect too many punts. These are two very strong offenses, good modern passing attacks with capable running. So I'd be surprised if anybody punted. And he's got a formation that encourages him to go for it on 4th and 1. So
very true. Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if I were to punt, he'd actually be able to pull 2 cards to try to find that elusive punt block, which I think is still in the deck. I haven't seen it come out. Yeah, but he did make me work for it. I'm happy that I got a couple of plays that seemed to surprise him, so that was good. And that was an 85-yard drive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But as you said, you didn't get a breakaway, so still challenge flagless.
Yeah. So if he gets some good luck here, I can do nothing about it.
So he's whittling down his cards.
One of the things I need to remind myself is that this yellow token right here is his blown call. So if there is an opportunity for me to ignore a penalty, that is something I can still do, even without a challenge flag. So that's good. So yeah, I mean, I can't wait. I'm hopeful that he'll throw a pass and pull the pass interference card, and I can negate the pass interference card and just have
Nice.
the verisimilitude trifecta there. That'd be great.
Very nice.
Rick is the one who told me that the hardest thing for him in this game is discarding after a drive. So many of the teams have very, very good decks, and it's just difficult to kind of cull that down.
Yeah.
So he's got 5 now. Shotgun's his balanced, and it's a very powerful set. He's going to want to use all of the clock. So I'm actually going to assume that he's coming out trying to control the clock. And so I'm going to try to stop him from doing that with what is potentially a pretty risky call. So we'll see.
Let's see. Yeah, so the shotgun formation, that's a lot of teams, that's they're pass heavy.
Exactly.
Some teams, but...
let's see. Did I get him? I got him.
Ooh.
So that's the benefit of us knowing each other really well. This is a breakaway for the defense, which means it's a 0 in the upper corner. If he had thrown, he could have negated this with a challenge flag, so it's not as devastating as you would think. But that is a 0, so second down. Yeah, you really want to make hay. And I do actually, and I would have gotten my challenge flag back if I weren't winning.
Right.
So now, too bad, so sad. I do not get that flag back. I'm still without a net. Oh well. I was about to rejoice and take it back. No rejoicing.
Yes, no rejoicing for you.
That's right. Oh, and look, I got him triple guessing. Oh, this is wonderful. This is the equivalent to me of when you see your opponent pointing fingers at each other and kind of barking at each other, man, you got to cover that guy. Yeah, that to me, that's the intellectual, equivalent of that. He's really not sure what he wants to do.
See a couple of Microsoft Surfaces being thrown around.
Yeah, maybe. So I'll come out in nickel to make him think that I'm covering pass, but I'm really looking for a run here. Let's hope that he doesn't do the one thing that I hope he doesn't. And no, he went power. So that's going to be 4-on-2. I didn't have the guts to call tight run, but that is a gain of 2. And Steve, that is actually the turnover in the upper left corner. So if I had gotten a breakaway, I would have gotten a turnover.
Yes.
So you have to have what is it? No guts, no glory. You have to,
Right. Yeah.
Darn it.
All right, and we are down to 3 minutes. Both teams do have their timeouts.
Yeah, so the way the timeouts work is that timeouts actually add cards back into your active hand. So if you call a timeout, you'll just go into your discard, pull one card back into your hand. And the great thing is, even though you're discarding cards at different times and you don't have access to your entire playbook, you do have 3 timeouts, so you can literally go pull 3 of your favorite plays or the same play 3 times if you want to at the end of a half. I wouldn't recommend that, but you can absolutely do it if you want to. Slot form. What in the world is that? What is that? Third down slot form. If I know him, he's just trying to get 2 because he's got 4th and 1 locked up with that double QB. What is that? Well, he's got high value short passes. So I'm going to roll the dice and try to stop a short pass. And if he throws long on me, then I'm giving up a touchdown, pretty much.
Okay.
So that's what's going to happen. So let's see if I can outguess him here. I did not. Okay.
Well.
So that's a good call. 6-on-3. Wow, a 6 out of wow. That's really strong.
Oh.
So here's an opportunity where he's definitely going to use a challenge flag. Oh, wait, he might use a high accuracy.
Oh.
Yeah, in fact, that would be the better choice is to use the high. Yeah,
okay.
Smart. So that means he gets a new game day card. And that's much better.
Oh, wow.
Oh, darn. All right, so that's 6-on-3 is a gain of 3 plus 2, so it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is what Drew Brees brings to the table. Any other quarterback, gets what they get. but Breeze throws the guy open and gets an extra 10 yards.
Yeah,
and
wow.
that's the power of that.
Okay. So, at the 40, let's see. Uh-oh, here comes the shotgun.
Yeah, so now the clock was on my side before, but now it is not. There's 2 minutes to play. He's got 3 timeouts, so effectively he has 5 plays. And that's an eternity in breakaway football.
Right.
he could score twice with 5 plays. Okay, shotgun. Gosh, what am I going to do? All right. I just...
Uh-oh.
Now he's got me second guessing.
The clock is striking midnight on the defensive coordinator.
Oh, brother, I don't know. All right, I'm going to sell out. This is what I should have called last down. Yeah, that's fine. So he's going to get a minimum gain of 1. That didn't hurt nearly as much as it could have. In fact, there you go, hot pursuit. So this is actually a gain of 1, but then a loss of 2. So it's effectively a loss of 1. But he spends a challenge flag to ignore this, so it is a gain of 1, second down. He's down to 1 play, so he's going to have to take a timeout, which is why he just lowered that from 3 to 2, and he's going to pull a card out of his discard to extend the drive. So I'm going to have to stop him for real with 2nd and 3 from the 35. He's already in field goal range, and I just need to hold him to a field goal attempt. Whew. It's going to be tough. Yeah. I mean, the fact that he ran inside run there, I think he was expecting me to look for a short pass. The perfect defense against short pass is press, and one of the breakaway relationships on press is it loses to an inside run. We saw that earlier in the game. I actually blew him up on the same thing. So he was really trying to replicate what had happened earlier in the game. I didn't take the bait. In fact, I really thought he was coming out looking more medium pass, and that's why I went with blitz to try to, get that quarterback in the backfield before he threw it.
The game's
Shotgun.
afoot.
Yeah, he's doing a really good. I have to commend him. He's doing a really good job of using his balanced formation effectively, because he hasn't done a lot of 5 wide. He hasn't done a ton of his slot form. He's really stayed in the middle, and that has kept me off balance. I just don't know what he's doing. All right. So I'm assuming, just to kind of let you know what I'm thinking, that he's going to be using all of his challenge flags. Excuse me, all of his timeouts. So he's probably not going for this right here. Oh, it's a draw play. Yeah, so I came out with a wide run. He was probably expecting me to go zone, and that would have been a breakaway. But this is 3-on-2, which is a gain of 1, and that is no impact, so it's a gain of 1. So his conservative play calling there actually bit him just a little bit. But he could basically afford to do 1 at a time because he still has 2 timeouts. So he's going to take another timeout, pull a card out of his discard. If I can stop him, I've got 3 timeouts too. And so we could actually mount a little drive at the end of the half, possibly. But if he's smart, what he's going to try to do, and he is smart, what he's going to try to do is have the ball with that last play and either score a touchdown or kick a field goal with that last play and deny me the opportunity to drive the field. So let's see how it works out.
Big third down here.
Yep. 3rd and 2. Again, that slot form, which is his run heavy. I do not know what he's going to do there. He does have some really good short passes out of this. He's already burned me on that a couple of times. And he has some high-value play-action passes. So he may be using this to try to bait me into a big run defense that he could throw over the top. So I'm going to show him a run formation, but I am going to not defend the run. So let's see how this works.
All right.
Now he got me.
Oh.
That's a great call. Look, it's one way or the other. It's either a play action pass or a short pass. He went short pass. That was a great call. 4-on-2 is a gain of 2, and it is a breakaway, so we are in trouble. So right now he has to choose between taking this penalty or taking the upper corner. He'll probably take the upper corner because that'll allow him to
because he's got the first down.
Keep going. Yeah. So right now it is definitely a gain of 2. Yeah, and he's taking the corner. So here we go. And 2 more. Brother. Here we go. And this is what happens when you let me coach defense
Oh,
touchdown. Gosh.
there it is.
There it is.
Oh,
Okey-doke. Oh, that was fun.
burned on the blitz. Oh,
Here's the extra point. It's good. So it is now 14-10. The
Wow.
only salvation there is that I have 1 card left and 3 timeouts.
Yep,
so
so-
I can at least try to do something. So I'm going to do this. There we go. Kickoff is a 3.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. The 3, if you look down at the chart there, puts it at the 45-yard line. So I get a great return just when I need it most.
Wow.
And so now, I mean, I'm only about 20 yards outside of field goal range. So we can definitely do something. He says, "Oh no!" So we'll take a timeout,
So, yeah.
and I'll go grab a play, preferably a really good play. And what I'm going to do is call plays that are pretty obvious, but require a lot of courage. So we'll see if this works. I don't think he's going to call the perfect defense against this. I think he's going to hedge, and I'll be able to get the first down.
What movie are you living in?
All right.
I didn't pursue Jocelyn. I don't recall inviting her to Cabo, and I didn't pursue your granddaughter. I think she managed to come 500 miles up to San
Rick, your chat is on. I can hear you.
No, I sure as hell did not pursue.
There you go.
Oh, all right.
Okay. Yeah, so the situation here is I put up ace big as a way to showcase that I'm going to be running. And what I'm hoping is that he'll see this as maybe some sort of trick or mind game. Certainly late in the half, you wouldn't expect somebody to run out of a running formation. But that is exactly what I am doing. So let's see how well he knows me.
All right.
At this point, I'm really just looking to get a field goal. If I can, I don't know, if I can get decent field position after this, I may try a pass, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm really just looking to get the field goal.
Well,
Down.
a field goal really would be the best outcome because then you'd still be trailing, so you could get your flag back.
Exactly. Yeah. This is a situation where if I throw a big bomb and I get a touchdown, yeah. I want that challenge flag back.
Yeah.
It's really important. As you can see, the deck swings wildly. It can be really helpful. It can be no benefit at all. It can actually really hurt you. So having those challenge flags ends up being pretty important. Yeah, all right. I think he's coming out in a wide run, and I think I'm going to blow him up here. Let's do it. Oh, okay, no. So he did blitz. That's very inventive. So 4-on-1 is a gain of 3 right now. There are no breakaways, and that has no impact on the play. So it is a gain of 3, and I am now in field goal range, although it is very bad field goal range. So I really need another 1 or 2 to make it a comfortable field goal.
Okay.
We'll take another timeout. And let's see. Okay, so I'm going to come out in ace big again.
Let's see.
So we just rattled off a 15-yard run. It's obvious that I'm trying to get into field goal range. I'm trying to get into his head. He's too smart for this, but I'm still going to try it anyway. I'm perpetrating big run, and I'm not running. So let's see. And he finally comes in with a 4-3 defense. So he's not hedging on the fence anymore. He is coming out with some run power. So I'm going to leave it the way it is. Let's see if he guessed correctly. He probably did. Oh, he did not. Okay, so I've got, this isn't a breakaway. It's 6-on-2 is a gain of 4, but it needs to be green text on this card. And it is. All right. Wow. So that's actually a gain of 4 plus 1. So it's a gain of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? 1, 2, 3. Yep, down to the 15.
All right.
And so now with 1 play and 1 timeout, I can start to entertain the possibility of a touchdown.
You'll get one shot at the end zone.
Pretty much.
Well,
and then I
presumably.
make the decision. Yeah. So here we go. We're going to go with gun tray, which is the big pass option for this team. And again, just to kind of peer inside the mind of the maniac, what we've been doing here is really trying to subvert expectations on formations. So we want him to think that just because I'm coming out in a pass-heavy formation, that I'm actually going to try to sneak a run out of this. Well, I'm throwing big out of this, so he's going to have to load up and get it right. So we'll see. On the board, you'll see that it says no long pass in that orange. From the 15 to the 10 and the 10 to the 5. That means that you can't call a long pass play with those positions on the board when you're going towards that end zone. And when you get down to the 5-yard line in that red section, you can't call medium or long. It's because you don't have enough room to run it. And so it does constrict your options as you get closer to the end zone. Let's see if you guessed right. Did he blitz me?
Oh.
He knows me too well. So that is a defensive breakaway, and it is thrown away incomplete. Gosh. All right. Well, I tried.
Yeah.
That did not work. So I'll kick the field goal. Let me tell him. I need a 3 or higher, and it is a 9. So that is good.
Right down the middle.
And that is good. So the end of the quarter, and the end of the half, actually, and so now it's 14-13. Pretty tight contest, all things considered.
What a great first half.
Steve, are we doing the entire game?
It's up to you. We can.
I'm good.
Yeah.
If you're,
We've got a good crowd watching, so yeah, absolutely.
I think we've solved the technical issues, and we certainly have 2 coaches that kind of move at a good pace. So I think we can do it quickly.
Well, yeah, no, because we want to see the mechanisms in action.
Oh no!
In the second half.
Okay. That's not great. All right. Let me do this. So far, the mechanisms that we are going to see in the third and fourth quarter from the Centurions, the tuck it and run, really the best way to use that is exactly the way I have it now. I don't have a challenge flag. Something terrible comes up on a pass play, I can get out of one terrible thing. Mm-hmm. So certainly if I throw and get the pick one man to beat card, which is I throw an interception and they actually start returning it for a breakaway, I will absolutely use tuck it and run to avoid that. And then keep the play alive. That's another way that I can still kind of get out of bad things. The only way that I wouldn't be able to use it is if it were a defensive breakaway. So, so as long as I can dodge breakaways, I can still improve my odds in the passing game. And of course, my opponent's going to know that. And so that's one of the reasons he's probably going to start hedging more pass defenses, which will improve his chances of getting a breakaway. So that's the minefield that I have to walk through here in the third and fourth quarter.
Yeah.
But if I can get one of those challenge flags back, it reduces the likelihood of those things factoring into his decision making, and I have much more flexibility.
Mm-hmm. And then we still have the dome noise to contend with.
Yeah, that's right, because we're you had to remind me of that. Because we're on the road, the crowd will be in effect. He's got 4 of these. I don't know why he has 4 of those. Let me get rid of that. Yeah, he should only have 3 of those. Okay. The Sinners have 3, and because they are at home, they're almost unstoppable when you get into that third and fourth down area. So there are going to be times when he's going to use it, especially when it's 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, and the chances of me throwing are higher. That's his way of offsetting my keep the play alive.
Yeah,
it's possible that we could see both of those happen at the same play, and you'd pull a bunch of these things. So that's really interesting. We'll see what happens there. Alrighty, let me go ahead and get this set up. I think we're good. I wasn't coaching at that time. Did the Sinners defer? The Centurions got the ball first?
The Centurions got the ball first, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we'll kick off. The kickoff is a 1, so he'll begin the game at the 15.
All right.
So it'll be 1st and 1. And this is a really interesting part of Breakaway Football. Initially, when we were designing it, the first downs were at the 25, 50 and the 25. But we moved it to the 20 because, of course, that's the natural red zone. But when you watch a game, of real football, it seems almost like the middle of the field is kind of this no man's land, and you can have a lot of drives stall out, between the 20 and the 50. And so to reflect that, we actually made the field this way rather than equal, partitions.
Okay.
So it does, and it does mean that when you get down into the red zone in breakaway, if you have a capable offense, it's pretty easy to score. And so you end up getting that benefit as well.
I like it. I think that was the right decision.
Cool. Thanks.
With the
One thing that is in my favor here, I know that the centers can't take the top off the defense. The highest pass value they have is a 7. So I think that's one of the reasons he's leaning on his draw play, because that's a run of 3, and he's probably expecting me to put up zone, which is a value of 5 for my team. So that would really kind of blunt any of the longer passes he tried to throw. He'd have to dump it off underneath, which that team did quite a bit. So, all right.
Your favorite formation?
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't called this all day, so let's see if he thinks now is the right time to go deep. It is not. That's fine. He can take his 1. So that's a gain of 1 right now. Oh, but it's underthrown. So unless he chooses to spend a challenge flag, which would be dumb, or to use his high accuracy, which is possible. Okay. Yeah. So he's choosing to let that go. Second down.
Oh, and we should note that in the new half, the game day deck gets
reshuffled.
So yeah, so everything's back in play.
Yeah, and it actually recycles if you happen to have a game where you kind of burn through all 54 cards before the half ends. You'll recycle it then as well. Some teams, when they, if teams really good at generating breakaways, they'll pull 5-6 cards on a particular down, and if that happens 2 or 3 times, then there's a decent chance that it'll recycle. Yeah, it just happened that we used the very last card in the game day deck on the very last play.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, this is a riskier call than it looks like on the surface, but he's been calling a lot of draw plays, so we'll see if he does it again. He did not. So this time I did go zone to try to blunt that over-the-top pass. 7 on 4 is a gain of 3. That would give him the first down, but it is pick 1 to beat. So, of course, he's going to, and that is the perfect usage of the high accuracy. So he gets a fresh card, and Drew Brees.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4. This is when you play a Hall of Fame, first ballot Hall of Fame quarterback. I know he's not in yet, but he will be soon enough.
Yeah.
Good job.
Oh boy.
But fortunately, he can only do that one more time. As you can see, he's gotten an extra. Well, he avoided an interception there. Yes, they are quite handy. Yeah.
Oh boy. All right.
So that was good. Okay. Well, I hope this is helpful, me kind of talking through some of the strategic decisions that I'm making. Obviously, they're not working out in my favor, but that's okay. At least you know what I'm trying to do, not what's actually happening. All right, slot form is.
Yeah, no, this is great. It's always good to hear. Well, I mean, I guess your insight is both a coach and the designer. So.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the wild card. For any head-to-head game is that you're playing against a human.
Yes. Okay, so he absolutely baited me there. He came out with a run-heavy formation. I bought the plane ticket up, but it's incomplete. So he may use his last high accuracy here. He's thinking about it. He's not. He is going to do it. Okay.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, he's trying to decide which one to use, the challenge. Oh my! Okay, so he used the challenge.
Okay.
What was the value of that play? Oh, it was a 6. 6 on 1, so it's a gain of 5. Man.
Wow.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can't allow that to slip through your fingers. And the high accuracy, he probably was correct, because if he spends the high accuracy and he pulls a card, in fact, this is the nice thing about Breakaway, we'll know exactly what would have happened because the next card's going to come out.
Yep.
But yeah, if he pulled another bad card, he would have wasted that and still have to burn his challenge flag. So he decided rather just take the gimme and make sure that I get the yardage, especially since it's a 25-yard completion. That's a huge completion.
Yeah, and first down. All right, back to the shotgun.
Ouch. Okay. I'll figure it out by the time the game's over. Okay, I think he's going to come out with the draw play. So I'm going to call I think I'm going to call the exact right defense to blow up the draw. But we'll see if I'm right. And I was wrong, but it didn't hurt that badly. So this is just straight up 3-on-1 as a gain of 2. And shoestring tackle is actually going to take 1 off of that. So it is a gain of 1, second down. So I'll take a little luck.
There you go.
Luck never hurt. I'm just waiting for that pass interference call that I can ignore.
Right.
Can't wait.
Yes, it's just looming there, right?
Yeah. I could have used it there. He had a face mask call that gave him an extra 15 in the first half, and I could have used it there, but I think the run itself would have already gained him a first down, and so it didn't really seem to be that much of an impact. I want it to really matter, and maybe it won't even come to pass. There's no guarantee.
True. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to come out in a 4-3, perpetrating a run defense, but I am going to call a pass defense here. So let's see what happens. Oh, I got him. I got him. I'll take it. All right, so he tried to bait me again. Fool me once, shame on you. So this is going to be a -1 because of the upper left corner. So we sniff that out and stuff him in the backfield. Now it's 3rd and 4 from the 40.
And you get a challenge flag, right?
I do. Steve, thanks. Yay.
Yeah, there.
I forgot. I was so excited that I had called it right. It's like a haze, a fog. I have to savor them when they happen, Steve, because they are rare.
All right. So we have a viewer poll going on right now. Who's going to win the game? And it is 50-50.
Nice. That's legit. That is legit. Shotgun. Gosh. Okay. Again. See, now he wouldn't come back with another screen pass. I think that would be short-sighted.
Is this where the draw play happened?
Oh, brother. Okay. Well, I'm definitely coming out in dime. I'm actually going to encourage him to run, and I'm going to bet the house that he's not going to run the draw play. Let's see how wrong I am. Am I wrong? I'm wrong. Wait, is that a finesse run? Okay, no, he ran a trap. All right, that's fine. That's not a breakaway 3-on-1. It's a gain of 2, and no impact from the deck. So he gains 2. It's now 4th down. I think he was probably just trying to get closer for the field goal. That is too far away to run the double QB. I think you are really not going to be successful if you run the double QB from there, especially since I know how to limit it to 1. So I'm hopeful that he doesn't try that. That would be bad. Okay, good. Good. He's kicking the field goal.
Yeah, here comes the field goal.
So from there, so the way the field goal works, you just count the lines to the end zone. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he needs a 6 or better, and it is a 7. So it is good. So he makes that 17-13, and I'll consider that a major victory for me.
Yes. All right. Excellent.
So the kickoff is a touchdown. You got to show him that.
Oh, no.
Tell the viewers to redo their poll.
So there we.
I'll take it. All right.
The top corner of that card there. Yeah. Oh boy! Wow.
That's there's only one of those in the deck, Steve. So that is gone, and the extra point is good. So I will absolutely take that gift.
And just like that. Wow. And
all right.
So you got your challenge flag when you needed it, and
yeah, and that's not something you can challenge. So that's a 0, so he'll start at the 25. Yes, and maybe that'll get him on tilt.
Oh boy,
that'd be great.
Oh.
Maybe I can do. I love it. All right, so it is now 20-17. 8 minutes to play in the third quarter, and the Sinners, having just gone down and really rigorously scored a field goal, give up an easy touchdown to the Centurions. Now down 20-17. With no additional time off the clock. So it's possible that the Sinners could possess the ball for the entire third quarter. That is a legitimate possibility. They're very good at methodically working the ball down the field, and Rick, as a coach, is exceptionally good at that kind of nickel and dime, and then take your shot. He's really good at that. So I'm very cautious, very wary right now. But I am going to try to protect against the things that I know he likes to do. So in this case, I'm just going to assume that it's a run, so we'll see if I'm right. And I'm right. Very good. That is an outside run. Wide run beats the outside run. That is a breakaway, and it will be a -1 in the upper corner. So that sets up a very difficult 2nd and 6. And he is a little on tilt. That was a very obvious call. I was okay taking it on the chin with a pass. I just didn't want to give him easy yardage there to make the 2nd and 3rd down that much better.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so I got lucky. Okay, shotgun again. I would expect this to be the draw play, but I am not interested in trying to shut it down. I consider myself to be exceedingly lucky at this point, so I am going to do something different.
Well, and you have some field to play with.
Yes. Okay, so we'll go nickel. And what I'm trying to do here is get something that I think won't get blown up, even though it's kind of a high-risk call, that has some decent numbers. And I got him. Draw. He did do the draw. Oh, Rick. Don't do that, man. And that's a 0. So actually, that would throw him 1 is 2, -1 is 1. Yeah, so we'll take the 0. So it is now 3rd down. It gets stuffed at the line.
3rd and long.
I'm in his head. This is good. It won't last long. It'll probably just last for this drive, and he'll shake the cobwebs off, and he'll be right back to it. But if I can get lucky here, essentially, I think the right call here is to go 2-man under. It cannot be blown up. Yeah, see, he's still thinking about it. That's ancient history. He's still thinking about it. Yeah, he's still thinking about it. I mean, those can be a gut punch, and I think it's very true to how real football occurs, right? Coaches prepare for these things, but Desmond Howard returns a kickoff in the touchdown for a touchdown in the Super Bowl, and the Patriots have to figure out how to make it work. Like, that stuff happens sometimes.
Yeah. So. We don't talk about that Super Bowl on this channel.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's true. Steve, I apologize. How dare I? I'm working on the 96 Packers. Sorry, that's why I was, yeah.
I thought my people gave you the sheet.
That's right. That's in the rider. Green M&Ms and do not talk about 96. Okay, so we'll go dime. This is just a very safe bet for me. Yeah, and I knew he was going to do that, but I didn't have the guts to do it. So 7 on 3 is a gain of 4. Let's see if it's complete. No. No. I'm not.
You're going to, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, because that would have been a 1st down.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And now he's got a decision to make.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Thread the needle. That's the 2nd time he's gotten that.
You got a defensive breakaway. That's how you got your flag back.
He may not have remembered that. All right.
So really, first big decision of the game here. And are we going to see our first punt?
Is he going to punt? I don't think he's told me he's punting yet. He does like to go for these things. Yeah.
It's there's 2 zones to go. Boy, because if he goes for it and doesn't get it, that's a...
Yeah, that's
Big.
yeah, that has the potential to be the end of the game.
Right,
20
right, yeah.
Yeah, because then I can just keep pace. Gosh, is he looking? Yeah, all right, good.
Okay, there
Good
we go.
call.
Here comes the punt unit. Yeah.
All right, punt is a 9. So we look at that. 1, 2, 8, 9, and then the return is a 2.
Okay,
All right,
return.
I'll take that.
I was gonna
And
say we
so
know it
first
won't be a
down.
touchdown.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, brother. Okay, I'll take it. So I have 4 plays left. Great. Well, at least this way I can just choose the ones I want to keep. And then I'll discard the rest. In fact, I'm going to be kind of sneaky about it. I'm going to make them all gun tray.
Oh.
All right.
Little
So
gamesmanship.
late third quarter, I'm up 2017. I have no challenge flag. Terrible, but we've got a 1st and 5, so let's see what we can do.
But you do still have all of your tokens,
Yes.
including
yes.
the token gifted from the Sinners. Oh.
Yes. I hope to use that. All right, so here we go. Gun tray. This is my pass-heavy formation. It's been a lot of cat and mouse with this formation. I've tried to create different perceptions based on down and distance. Spoiler alert, we're throwing the ball here.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, Mahomes has not aired it out really at all.
It's my fault. You know, I'm hedging because I know my opponent and I'm just trying to keep him safe, but this is the time in the game where he needs to step up and I need to give him a chance to shine, especially since we still have these mechanisms that allow him to bail out of a bad play.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So gun tray versus nickel. Nickel is an interesting choice here because that's the balanced. So he's still trying to hedge. Let's see if he guessed right. He did not. That is a breakaway for me. So a short pass versus blitz is a minimum gain of 1. And we get to ignore the drop pass because I choose the middle or the corner. I definitely want the corner. So we get 1 for the play and 2 for the corner. And now we start flipping. And tackled. But that's okay. That's okay. I'll take it. Not too shabby, a 15-yard short pass. Now, that breakaway gave me the opportunity to get the fast receivers. And so because they had gotten an extra 2, I just needed 3 more to get a touchdown. So I know he was sweating that. Yeah, we'll try again.
All right. Very manageable 2nd down here.
Yeah, and that's what I'm hoping for. I really just want to get into the 4th quarter with the ball in his territory, which I think I can probably get down to about the 35, if I call this right. By the end of the quarter, I can still have possession of the ball, and I can be around his 35-yard line. So we'll see if I'm right.
All right.
Gun tray versus nickel. Gosh, I hope I did this right. Let's see. So we're going sweep. Oh, I did. It's a breakaway. Holy moly. Okay. Wow. I was not expecting that at all. So in this situation, because the defense is higher than the offense, because it's a breakaway, it is actually a minimum gain of 1 before you flip the game day card. And this defense pass has no impact, but I would rather take that 3 in the corner. So this is right now a gain of 4, 1 for the matchup and 3 for the corner.
Oh, boy.
And now we'll start flipping. Now the fast receivers doesn't come into play here because this is a run, and it's a tackle anyway. But 1st down at the 40.
All right.
And I will definitely take that. Interesting call for him. I think he was yeah, he was trying to second guess me there. Now I think now is when I have to really take a risk. I'm gonna take a big risk here. Because if he called tight run against gun tray right there, he's trying to blow me up. He's a little more desperate than I thought he was.
Okay.
So I had started off with a short pass at the beginning of the drive and on 1st down and with this formation. So I'm hoping that he thinks I'm going to go short pass again and just try to get into the 4th quarter, which is what I said I was going to do at the beginning of the drive.
You did, yes.
So, yeah. So and he knows that. So this is the next level heuristics here. But no, we're going deep. Just to let you guys know.
All right.
Going deep. So let's see if Rick is watching, and I just told him what my play was. maybe I shouldn't have done that. Coaching 101 is don't do that. I should. You know what I need to do, Steve? I need to cover my mouth with the play sheet. I should have done
nice,
that.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's probably going to blow me up here. That's fine. We'll give it a shot.
All right.
No, okay.
No?
So it still needs green text to be complete. So we haven't done anything yet. 8 on 4 would be a gain of 4, and it is incomplete.
Oh.
Ball had to be thrown away, so second down. Oh, well. It's a good try. I thought he would go press there, which would have been an automatic completion and a breakaway. Okay.
Oh, and you can't use your mechanisms because you're winning now.
Right.
To keep the play alive. Okay, yep.
Yeah. Tied or losing. Yeah. The tuck it and run is the only thing I can use right now.
All right. So this
And I frankly want to keep. I mean, I'm winning right now. I kind of want to keep that for later.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this will be the last play of the third quarter. A very brisk third quarter.
Yeah. We made the moves. We knew what we were doing. Oh, brother, he's coming out in dime. Dime is his pass heavy. I'm just going to let it roll. If he goes man-to-man here, he's got me. Let's see what happens. No? Okay. So that's going to be 2 on 1. There is no breakaway here. 2 on 1 is a gain of 1. And, yeah, that would have been a nice time to throw deep. We get the 1. Gosh. It's third down. Is it third or fourth? Did I not move that? I got so wrapped up in what I was doing. I think it is third down.
I think it's, yeah. All right, so
It's now fourth quarter.
we are into the fourth. Centurions clinging to a 3-point lead.
Okay. So we're in field goal range right now. This is a 7, which is a 60%, and I consider that field goal range. A lot of coaches don't, but I do.
Okay.
I'm the eternal optimist. It's better than a coin flip, so I'm good with it. But it would be nice to get, let's say, 3 more and extend the drive. So we'll see.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because now it's like Mel would say the best defense is a good offense.
That's
Probably not many people are going to get that reference.
I only know. Well, I just hope that Rick doesn't say "kiss my grits." Oh, and here it comes. Crowd noise.
Make some noise.
It's happening. Okay, so let's see. Here's the crowd noise.
Oh, all right. Oh, awesome. Very nice.
So that means we're in the. Let's see. It's by down, isn't it? Yeah. So he's going to pull 3 game day cards.
Wow.
So when he and he gets to choose the one that we use. So that will be painful. I hope I've called the right play. Whoa. No. No.
Oh, yeah, he still has to
Nope.
call his play, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this is only his second time coaching the Centers. He's really going on his knowledge of that particular team. Like he and I are both New Orleans natives. We loved that team, and so I'm impressed with how he's coaching them. I think he's doing a very good job with it. But yeah, this might be the first time he's actually triggered that mechanism.
Oh.
Okay, let's see it. Oh, did he do it? Okay, so 4 on 1 is a gain of 3, but he gets 3 game day cards, and he gets to pick the one he wants.
Oh.
Yeah, so clearly he's going to choose the sideline as our friend. So 4 on 1 is a gain of 3, minus 1 is a gain of 2. And so that is now 4th down. And here's the thing. If I wanted to go for it on 4th down, he could use make some noise again, and he'd pull 4 game day cards and choose the one he wants. And I have no challenge flag. So we will be kicking a field goal.
Okay. Yeah.
because I am not about to put that kind of risk in play.
Yeah, that's.
And it's a 5, and that is barely. He doinks it off
Ooh.
the upright, but it is good.
Okay. So they come away with a field goal. Still a 1-score game.
I have to burn one for the field goal as well. So 13 minutes to play.
Yeah.
And it is 23-17. Eek. All right, so here's the kickoff. Is a 1. So that puts the ball at the 15. So, yeah, we should revisit. What's that action poll telling us about who's going to win this game? It should still be 50-50.
Let's see. It looks like the Sinners are actually ahead right now.
Oh, man. They're not wrong. they're not wrong. He's got lots of weapons. He's got mechanisms. He's at home. The crowds.
Yeah. Get a little home cooking going. Yeah.
We'll see. I still have the ultimate home cooking where I can just ignore penalties. So really want to do that. Doing it in the fourth quarter would be perfect. I hope I get the chance to do it.
Yeah. And if it takes away a touchdown.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. And then maybe he'd be on tilt again, right?
Right.
Yeah. No, I think the crowd is correct. I mean, the only reason I'm winning is because of a fluke kickoff return for a touchdown. Otherwise, it would be a 1-point game. So yeah, I do think Sinners are in good position right now, and they've demonstrated that they can drive the ball and control the clock and score. Not at will, but they can definitely score. I've had to be almost perfect in a few circumstances just to hold them to a field goal. So yeah, I don't think they're wrong, but I'm going to try to prove them wrong.
Yeah. Well. All right. Ethan is saying that he really enjoys the crowd noise.
Oh, well, when he does the make some noise again, I'll put that back in.
All right.
I wanted to have something there just to make it a little more authentic.
Yeah, and is that something that's in Tabletop Simulator?
Yes, yeah.
It is. Okay.
You can load music in a build, and so I just have this file that's on a loop, and it's actually. So this is a fun fact that has nothing to do with anything, but I was trying to think, what is the iconic crowd noise in the Superdome? And it was the blocked punt from Steve Gleason back in 2006, I guess it was, or 5, I don't remember. That was Katrina at the time. It was a long time ago.
Oh,
but anyway,
the first game back?
Yeah, the first game. I think it was 06. Yeah. And so that is actually the crowd noise from right after he blocked the punt.
Oh, wow. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Very nice. Nice touch.
I don't know what to call here. I think everything is bad and I'm terrible. So we're gonna. Oh gosh, I just have no idea. All right, that's fine. We're gonna go dime. We'll play his reindeer games.
Oh.
Okie doke. Let's see if I'm wrong.
Oh boy. Centers come out 5 wide.
There it is. So this is the setup. 7-on-5 is a gain of 2. This is he's trying to go deep and there's nobody open, so he has to dump it short. But we have an instant replay here for the defense. So this means we pull 2 game day cards and I get to choose, since I'm on defense, which one I want to use. And neither of them has any impact, so I'll just take this holding play. That doesn't matter. He gets his 2 and it is a first down. Oh well. Flirting with luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you see, the poll knows that I'm calling the defense, so that's why they're saying, they're sharp, your viewers.
Yeah. Well, and if he could run off like a 8-9 minute drive that ends in a touchdown,
and he can. I mean, he really can.
Yeah.
All right. Slot form is their run heavy. I kind of think he's going to lean into it. So I can't go full bore because he may go play action pass. The other thing I'm afraid of is power. So I'm going to call the thing that beats one of them but not the other. So we'll see which one we do.
Right.
And he does neither, which is fine.
Okay.
So 4-on-3, no breakaway. It's going to be a gain of 1. Let's see what happens here. And it's actually a sack. So he has no challenge flag right now, but he could use his high accuracy token if he wanted to get out of this. And it might be a smart play, but he is pretty conservative with his use of those. So it looks like he is just going to take the loss of 1.
Okay.
Second down. All right. Well, we got a little luck there. That's good.
Yeah, hey. the, the game day deck giveth on this
They take it
particular
away.
instance.
That's right. Yeah. I try not to get too angry with the game day deck because it really does even out. Over the long haul, it bends towards justice. So it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, I may have to look at using that tuck it and run on the next drive just to secure a field goal attempt and put me up by 2 scores. That's assuming I could stop him here. That might be a big assumption. Let's see. Shotgun. This is the kind of place where he would run just to make a more manageable 3rd and 3. But I don't know that I have the intestinal fortitude to commit to that kind of. I just don't know if I can do that. So I'm going to perpetrate that I'm doing it, but I'm actually going to call something a little safer and just hope for the best. Let's see what happens. Sweep. Yeah. So sweep versus zone. 3-on-1 is a gain of 2. And that has no impact, so it is a gain of 2 out to the 30, and it's 3rd down. Smart play on his part, just trying to get a decent-sized run, pick up a little free yardage, try to make that 3rd down more manageable.
Yeah. Does it see? Is this? Do you feel like it's in go for it on 4th down territory at this point in the game?
Yeah, I do, because he can be so successful on 4th down. That double QB, 3 out of 4 times he's going to get 1. And so if he can get 3 on this play and get to the 45, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Big difference if it's 2 to go or 1 to go.
I do think if it's 2 to go, he'll punt. I do think so, because his defense probably matches up better against mine than mine does against his. So just on paper, he's in a better situation.
Yeah.
But time's ticking.
Yeah.
I don't think I've proven really that I can control the clock. I've had some good success, but I think I've only had 1 long drive. So I think he would be right to think that he could stop me and get the ball back late. So I wouldn't expect him to go for it. But he has taken an awful long time making his play call.
Yeah,
so
well, this is
maybe I've
a big down here.
maybe I've gotten in his head. The real question is, do you think he's going to run? And because out of shotgun he has runs value of 3, and he also has passes value of 7, and that's why he likes to live in this formation, because it can do anything. So I have to decide: am I going to stop one, the other, or am I just going to put up something that's weak in both and just kind of take my lumps either way? And I'm just not good enough at defense to know the right thing to do. So
that's what he needs 4 to get the first downs.
Yep. Okay, so I'm just gonna hold my breath. Here we go.
Along with everyone in the dome. Let's see what happens.
Oh, he got me. Oh, what a great call.
Wow. All
Yeah,
right. So
all right.
the
So here we
infamous
go.
draw.
I know, and I've been trying to get away from it this whole time. And now this fumble actually is something that would have impacted him if it had come on a later down or a later card pull. But he gets to choose between the middle and the upper corner. He's definitely going to choose the middle.
Yeah.
So right now it's 3-on-1 as a gain of 2. And now we start flipping. And so he's avoided that fumble. Now this is a -1. Yeah, we're not looking at the middle. So this is a -1. We actually have the runner reversing field to try to get additional yardage. And they were able to turn the corner and get the extra 3. So he's got the first down right now, and it's tackled right there.
Wow.
And so, yes, my hedging was my undoing. Wow. I will never yeah, he's...
Nice.
Okie doke.
All right. That was a big play.
I'll tell you that took the wind out of my sails a little bit. I'll be honest. Oh, brother, because and look, how many times have I said it throughout this entire game? Oh, I'm worried about the draw. And then on the most important play of the game, arguably up until this point, I go, whatever, the draw's fine. And,
Right.
He rattles off 20 yards and a first down, reversing his field, as he goes. It's insane.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, he has a procedural question. One sec. Let me just do a voice chat. Is it okay if I do a quick voice chat?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Rick, you're good.
You're good.
You've got the ball at the 50. It was between the middle event and the upper corner. But the upper corner was the fumble, so there's no way you're going to take that. So you took the middle event that did you no good and then started flipping. So you actually got the first down. Good job.
So you actually got the first down. Good job.
Yep. Oh, brother. Yeah, see, he's in his own head too. He knows that, but I think he's second and third guessing himself because I've got him rattled. This is what this game can do, though. It really gets you into that, mano a mano kind of thing. And I'm thinking less about what the Sinners can do well and more about what does he like to do. What are his tendencies? Yeah, and that's
what
really
has he done? What? Yeah. Yep.
And I predicted it perfectly and just second guessed myself right out of a decent call.
Yes.
Curses. All right, that's fine. Whatever.
Oh,
I'm over it. Yeah, what is it? You have to have a short memory as a cornerback. Well, I'm a cornerback every day. So here
Yeah. So do set it down.
Dime versus 5 wide. I don't think he hit. Yeah, that's fine.
Ooh.
So this is a long pass of 7 versus zone of 5. Even if he completes it, it's only a gain of 2.
So,
It's got to have green text, and he does have green text, so he can actually choose to take the penalty, but he's not going to do that because actually, I should ask him.
Oh, because then it would still be first down, right?
Yeah, he'd retain first down. Okay, perfect. And that's the right call. So it's now second down. And he's probably looking to chew some clock up. There's only 8 minutes left in the game. If he can score a touchdown with very little time left, it puts a lot of pressure on me to go down and kick a field goal and win it. Shotgun. Okay. I'm gonna sell out for what I think he's doing. It doesn't have a lot of protection other than what it stops. So that's the risk I'm taking. But at this point, I kind of want to just let him score so I can have enough time to get down and score again. Like I'm not okay. Yeah, so that's a finesse run, and that breaks away. There it is. Good job. So he ignores this. It's going to be 3-on-2 as a gain. Whoops. Sorry. 3-on-2 is a gain of 1 plus 1 in the corner is 2, and now we're going to keep flipping. And that's 1 in the upper corner, so 1 more. You'll just need 1 more to get the first down, and it's tackled. So third down and 1, and that was a great call. And look, he knows my tendencies, and he probably knows that he's in my head. And so earlier in the game, I had him on tilt. Right now, I think very arguably he's got me right where he wants me.
I thought he was going to just keep calling draw plays.
Well, and again, he doesn't have that many of them. So I was probably disproportionately worried about it. But he is very good at keeping cards in his hand that he knows he's going to want to use in a certain situation. And that's some of the planning that goes into playing this game. And if you get good at it and comfortable with doing that, you can hang on to a really valuable card until the exact right moment, spring it on your opponent, and gash them for big yardage. I mean, he's had 2 huge runs, and this is a passing offense. But they had Mark Ingram in a very good year that year. They had Alvin Kamara, and he's using them both very, very well. So, 3rd and 1.
Let's see. Are we going to see the double QB?
Yeah, he's probably going to go play action pass over the top.
Oh, okay.
I really want to put up a goal line defense because he might go inside run and goal line blows up inside run, but goal line loses to play action pass. So I'm trying to decide whether I just give him the, go for broke here or just hedge and let him get the first down and bleed more clock. I think I'm just going to go for broke here. And if he scores, he scores. That at least gives me enough time to come back.
All right.
So let's see what happens. Always thinking, yep, see, play action.
Oh.
And he got me. No, and again, like that's super frustrating to know what's going to happen, and then consciously make a call that's not what you know is going to happen and give up a touchdown. So, boom, there it is.
There it is.
That's
Wow.
what happens when you, boys and girls at home, that's what happens when you don't trust yourself.
All right. Extra point.
And it is good. So,
And suddenly,
6 minutes. I'm actually okay with that. I'll be very, very honest. I'm fine with it. I don't think I would have stopped him anyway, and I didn't want him to get in the red zone and be able to bleed another 4 minutes, because having 6 minutes to score versus 2 minutes is a lifetime of difference.
sure.
So,
Yeah. All right.
So now I'm going to discard down to 6. I may just decide which ones I'm going to keep. That might be easier. Keep that.
What a finish we're going to have here. All right.
Yeah, 1 point game. Couldn't have scripted it any better.
Yeah. So thank you to everybody tuning in here tonight. You are seeing a fantastic game played out. Again, this is Team Expansion 6. Available right now over on the GameCrafter website for Breakaway Football.
So that's a 0 returned out to the 25, so it'll be 1st and 5. It's 6 minutes to go.
And here we go.
Okay, let's see. Again, sportsmanship matters. Okie doke. Ace big. That is my run heavy. And yeah, one thing that I've noticed whenever I watch other people play the game is that once you get into that mid to late third quarter and into the fourth quarter, the game gets eerily silent.
Yes, right.
Because people are really dialed in on what are we doing.
Yeah.
More often than not, it's going to be a tight game. All right, let's see if I guessed right. Medium pass, tight run, I guessed right. So that's not a breakaway, but it's a gain of 5. And that penalty has no impact. So I'll take the 5 out to the 50.
Wow.
Now we have a new problem. I can't score too quickly.
Oh, yes, right.
Oh, man.
It does kind of feel like it. Yeah, is it going to be a game of whoever has the ball last?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to come out and ace big again. And I've done a lot of different things out of this today. So I'm hoping that he doesn't really have a read on what this is. And I'm actually giving myself the option to audible here. I'm not 100% confident in what I've put on the board.
Okay.
But what is good about it is that I can get out of it if I get scared. I do think, though, that the only other time I've audibled, I think I've audibled twice, but one of them I audibled right into a breakaway. So
Yes.
maybe I'm not the best choice, best judge of when to do that.
Right. Oh.
It is fun, though.
Yes.
This chess match is very
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
He's a really good coach. I can't rave enough about Rick. He's really, really good at this game.
Yeah. This has been great. So, so just a reminder, bringing up the Centurions card for the home audience, that the keep the play alive is now an option because the Centurions are now behind. So.
Yep, we're losing. So yeah, I get to do that twice per game. Ignore the game day event and just get fresh ones. Wow, that's really awesome. And now that we're in the fourth quarter, I actually get to pull 4 of them. So that is a reason to kind of slow play it. The question is he blitzing or not? That's the real question. I tried to gash him from here once before. He didn't blitz. It was unlikely that he would. All right, just gonna trust that he didn't. Ah, shoot. He did the other thing that blows that up. So that is a defensive breakaway. Great call on his part. And that is going to be a -2 in the corner. So, oh, brother, that is something.
Oh, that changes things.
Something. Yeah, well, I'm going to play that off as that's exactly what I wanted to happen later. If I end up winning, so no, that was
Oh,
clear.
right, yeah.
It was I'm running clock. Yeah.
That's right, yeah. It's part of your rope-a-dope strategy.
Clearly, we're running clock. Yeah. All right, we'll go slot form. No, that was terrible. That was a perfect call on his part. And I'll have to ask him after the fact, but I'll bet that he was looking for the draw play, not the play action pass, because I don't call play action very often because of that. Clearly, because I'm terrible at it. All right. So here we go, slot form. This is our balanced, and could be a run, could be a pass. Long way to go. At this point, a field goal will win it, so it's not as far as you'd think.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I can burn enough clock because we've got 4 minutes. He's got 3 timeouts, so that's 7 full plays. I think I would have to get a first down in order to have any chance of actually burning the whole clock. So he's going to get another crack at this. Wow. He's probably got me here too. I'm just going to let it ride. Let's see what happens. Nope. Okay, he went prevent. So here is 6. Half of that is 3. So right now it's going to be a gain of 3, and that is pass interference. So I'll take that because that's going to be the full 6, and it'll give me a first down. Oh, he's going to challenge it. Okay, no problem. So instead, I'm just going to get the 3, and it's now 3rd and long. Good challenge on his part, and that, friends, is why you hang on to those.
Yes.
Because that is potentially a game-ruining drive. A drive killer. I mean, and he's got the crowd noise.
Make some noise.
Oh, brother. Okay. So this is 3rd down, so he's going to pull 3. Yeah, I mean, what could happen here, just to set the stage, is the 3 that he gets. If it's something that's bad for me and I want to get away from it, I could actually use keep the play alive, pull my own 4 after that, and choose. So it's not as powerful against Mahomes as you would hope.
Okay.
What I need to do though is dodge a breakaway, and it's going to have to be a throw. Unfortunately, this has to be a pass play. So that's where we are. Because otherwise I could run and kick a field goal, but I kind of want to see if I can pull a rabbit out of the hat. Now that he doesn't have a challenge flag, if I can find that magical card that'll either extend this drive with a first down or get me that automatic touchdown, there's literally nothing he can do about it. So I'm really going to go for broke here. And I'm just hopeful that he doesn't read my mind and call the exact right play. Which he might. He's very good. So he's got a lot to consider at this moment. He's got to think, is he running here just to set up a field goal? And what do I do about that? Is he throwing so that he can activate his mechanisms? If he is throwing, what type of pass is he throwing? And what should I call to make sure that he's not going to be successful? Yeah, there's a lot going on here. And the crowd is deafening.
Oh, yes, it's loud in the dome.
Oh, brother. Well, inside of 5 minutes, nail biter. Couldn't ask for more, and it comes out of dime.
This is great.
So he knows it's passing. I just hope. Oh gosh, I hope he's not clairvoyant. Let's see what happens. Did he get me? He didn't. Okay, good. So he hedged. So half of this is going to be a minimum gain of 1. So he pulls 3, right? That's what we're doing because it's 3rd down. Yeah.
Oh.
He's gonna pick the sack.
Wow. So.
So this is Mahomes running around, making stuff happen. Everybody else would have been sacked. All right, well, I'll take the pump fake. So we silenced the crowd. So it's a gain of 1 plus 1. It's now 4th down.
Oof. Oh, boy.
And I will absolutely kick the field goal.
All right.
I don't know. I mean, we could go. Well, actually, that's the end of the game day deck. So the game day deck is actually going to recycle.
Oh.
That's what he does. So I mean, that's kind of where I am. Do I want to roll the dice and try to get another one of those? I just don't think it's going to work. I'm going to kick field goal.
All right, field goal unit comes out.
So we need a 7 or better. Oh, it's a 9.
Ooh,
Fantastic. So that is good. So that makes it 26-24. And we'll go ahead and kick away. And that is a 0. So he starts at the 25.
I was gonna say, what that would have been too funny if it was the touchdown return.
Right. So 1 minute to play in the game. He's got 3 timeouts, and he only needs a field goal. So he basically, and you see his hand is counting out how many yard lines he needs to gain.
Yes.
To get into plausible field goal range, he's going to need, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8. He's going to need 40 yards. And with 3 plays, you need that 4th final play to actually kick the field goal.
Yep.
So he has 3 plays that he can run. So he's really looking to get 3 on each play. Which, if he comes out in a pass-heavy formation and runs, he might actually be able to do that. So this shotgun play is the perfect choice for him because he could just run power out of this. And if I put up a big pass defense thinking, I'll hedge, then he'll just run right down the field on me.
Yeah.
So it's challenging because I don't really know the best strategy here. So let me go into my secret vault of plays that only I can see and see, because I'm, again, definitely afraid of that stupid draw. If he blows me up again on that draw, I think
Oh,
I
boy,
deserve to lose.
Oh, well, we've got a good finish here, folks. For anybody just coming in, I see a few more people popping in here. Fantastic finish coming up. With the Centurions now suddenly down 26-24.
All right.
Breeze drive him down the field for a chance at a go-ahead field goal.
Okay. Just want to make sure the clock's right. And he blew me up. Okay.
Oh.
So he did come out in pack. That's the second time I've done that, Steve.
Wow.
Where I said what he was going to do and then called something that would get killed by it.
Yeah.
It's my own fault. So 3-on-1 is a gain of 2. This is an offensive breakaway. And so that is going to be the 1 in the upper corner. So he gets 2 for the play and 1 for the corner. And now we start flipping. The only thing that can save me is a 0 or the fumble. 2 more.
Oh, boy.
1 more.
No.
Now he's in a position where he doesn't want to score too quickly. Tackled. Okay. So he's actually technically in field goal range already because I am a terrible, terrible defensive play caller. But we all knew that.
And he gets a challenge flag back, correct?
He does.
Oh, boy. Oh, goodness.
Yep. So now my instinct is taking it. I'm a very good offensive play caller, and I can probably move the ball if I have some time. I kind of want to just let him score. I kind of don't really care, But at this point, he's got. Let's look at the situational awareness. He's got 1 card in his hand. He's about to pull another one out because he just called a timeout, and he has 1 in the bank. So he has 3 plays. He needs 1 of those to kick a field goal, and he really only needs 10 yards for a legitimate shot. He probably is going to want 15 or 20. Before he does that. So he's got 2 plays to get 20 yards. That's easy. So I'm going to have to go for broke. I'm going to have to guess what he's doing and blow him up to try to force him out of field goal range. And if he does blow me up in the process, I would hope that he would score and at least give me some time because I've got 3 timeouts in the bank. And with Mahomes still having active mechanisms that I can use, it's not out of the realm of possibility. So, yeah. I wish I were better at defense. All right, here we go. I'm going to have to speak to the designer about that. This is outrageous. Curses. All right.
Hey. Yeah,
at least it's not being recorded. I mean, at least nobody's watching.
Oh, yeah.
So
No.
at least for posterity, show my ineptitude. Good stuff, though. I think I would love to watch this back with Rick so that he can see my thought process, identify exactly what he's going to do, and
okay, yeah.
take my own knees out from under me. Yes, it's good stuff. He's very good at this.
Yeah,
Well, Steve,
yeah.
However this works out, look, this has been a great game. Thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate the opportunity to play the game and kind of tell people about it. I'm really proud of it, and it's super fun. So I hope everybody's having a good time.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, well, you're very welcome, and thank you for coming on. This has been nice. I've been able to just kind of sit back and become an audience member here tonight and get to watch a great game.
Okay, so I'm gonna sell out, knowing full well that I don't care if he blows me up, because I really need to get him. So we'll see. Nope, he got me. So
Oh.
let's hope he scores. I'm actually okay with that. So this is a gain of 1 for the matchup +2 in the upper corner. 1, 2, 3. And so here he goes. One more. Seriously, I want him to score. It's really the only
Or
way I can win.
fumble. Oh.
2 more. Yeah, or fumble. That's true. 1 more. Come
Oh,
on.
boy.
Score. Score. No!
Oh.
Oh, the death knell.
Oh, no.
Oh, well, that didn't work.
Oh. Oh,
So he's
boy.
now in a position where I'm going to have to start using my timeouts just to preserve the opportunity, because
Right.
he could actually kick the field goal right now with his last card. He doesn't have to use his timeout. Let me ask him if he wants to use it, because he may want to put a touchdown on the board just to be safe instead of doing the field goal. But yeah, he can kneel out because it's first down. So I could call 3 timeouts. Every time you kneel the ball in this game, you actually lose a yard line. So if he knelt it out, it would be back to the 25, and he'd need a 5 or better. It's still a very, very easy field goal to make. So what he's probably going to do is just allow me to call 3 timeouts. He'll take a knee on 3 downs, and he'll kick it from the 25. So let's see if that's what he ends up doing. Now, I'm not going to give him the idea to kneel it. I'm going to hope he runs a play because I really want to blow him up. But what he should do is just kneel it out 3 times and kick the field goal from the 25. As you can see on the field goal success chart from the 5, it's an 85% chance to win. That is a very, very easy field goal to make. But Rick doesn't like those odds. Too frequently he's missed field goals from even closer than that. Because he's just had bad luck sometimes. So, yeah.
Never tell me the odds.
That's right. Oh, brother. Yeah. Oh, well. If he had scored a touchdown there, I think I would have been in a better shape. I would have had 4 plays to go down and score my own touchdown with 2 mechanisms that really helped me avoid disaster. And I would have been able to get a challenge flag back, possibly, if I had called one well. And he was leaning on prevent, so I do think I stand by that blitz. I knew he was either going to go short pass or he was going to go inside run, and I thought, well, let me give him a shot to score.
Yeah.
Yeah. Almost worked.
All right. Let's see. So, see if he does run a play.
It looks like he's going to. Which is ill-advised, because if I blow him up, I might be able to force a turnover, and I would win the game at that point. So really, the safe play here is to kneel it 3 times, but I'm not going to tell him that. I would like to actually have a shot to win it, so I'm gonna hang on to that nugget.
Yeah.
Okay, inexplicably, he's run a play. All right, well, go ahead and load up a poll real quick, and what should I call?
Nice. Oh, boy.
Gosh, slot form. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go goal line, to be honest. Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
All right, let's see what he does. Yep, that's fine.
Oh.
That's touchdown. So that is perfect. So he scores. I only have 2 plays to move the ball down. Shoot. And let's see, what's the score? That'd be 30-26. Yeah, you can kick the 1. Then it's good.
Okay. So
let's see if that gambit paid off.
Yeah, we'll need a touchdown. And they're going to start deep.
Let me let him know why. Okay. So I have 1 card left and 2 timeouts. So I've only got 3 plays, and I need a touchdown. So it's bleak, but that's okay. All right. And I really do think
right now.
I really do think he did himself a disservice by scoring. I don't think that was the right thing to do, but I'm not going to tell him that.
Oh.
Okay, so here we go. Gun tray. I'm assuming he'll come out and prevent, so we'll see.
Looks like it, yeah.
And it is. So right now it's 7. Half of that is 3.5. You round up, so 4. Right now it's a gain of 4. And that has no impact. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm going to let that roll. I'm going to call my last timeout. Pull a play back. And, And I think he'd be smart to just come out and prevent again, because unless I pull, and even it doesn't matter, he's got a challenge flag. So even if I come up with an amazing world-beating game day card, he can negate it. So really at this point, my goal is to get to the 50 to make the Hail Mary manageable. So let's see if he does that, and that's exactly what he does. It's very smart. So that's going to be a gain of 4. Plus 2 on the coverage. So I'm actually going to take that. Let's see if he challenges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it looks like he is going to allow that to stand. So he's going to keep his challenge flag for the very last play. And I'm stuck with this call. So now clock management has become a thing where I am not able to reach the end zone, and my only chance is to go Hail Mary, because any pass that I call is only, he knows. I'll just give.
Okay.
So any pass that I throw isn't going to reach there, and because he has a challenge flag, he can negate any luck that I would get help from the game day deck. So in order to get 7, the only way I can do it is to throw a Hail Mary. From here, we pull 1 game day card, and if it is a 9 in the bottom right corner where the field goal is, it's complete for a touchdown. Oh my God. It's not. That blown coverage would have been great if he hadn't had the challenge flag. I would have been able to run 1 play and I'd have gotten the touchdown. Gosh, all right. So that is the end of the game, 31-26.
That's game. Wow. What a finish.
Down to the last play.
All
Darn.
right.
You know, if I had been successful in letting him score 1 play earlier, I might have been able to get a little closer and, maybe have a shot there. It's tough to leave mechanisms on the table, but I don't think it was a mistake. They're there to help bail you out. And I was really in a good position for most of the game. If I had been better at calling defense, maybe we would have seen something else.
There were 3 big offensive breakaways.
Yeah.
But oh wow. Well, what an exciting game. Well, thank you, Art, and thanks to Rich and to Cooper at the beginning. Sorry, we had some technical snafus there, but this was fun. We'll definitely need to do it again. And congratulations on another exciting expansion, and for letting us see a sneak peek at.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. Yeah, this has been great. And, there's part of my heart that's very warm because the Saints beat the Chiefs, so that's okay. I'm all right with that. But, better luck next time for me. I think I just need to get a little smarter on defense. But, look, thanks again, Steve. This has been great.
All right. Thank you, Art. And I'll go back up top here. And all right. Well, there we go, everybody. That is our game. So again, thank you to Art for joining us. And if you like what you saw here, this expansion is now available, as well as the 5 previous expansions, the base set. There's a weather expansion. Lots of great things with this game. And there is a solo mode for this game, so all of the teams do have a solo play sheet. So if you are playing by yourself, you can play against these teams like that. But as you see, the head-to-head really where this game shines. A lot of fun. So again, thank you to Art, thank you to Rick, and to Cooper for joining us, and thank you to everybody for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, my name's Steve. Get out there, have fun, play games, and I will see you after further review. Have a good night, everybody.
That was pretty darn exciting. Came down to the last play. Oh man, I would have liked to have won that, but my ego is not so fragile. I'm happy to see the teams perform the way they were supposed to perform. He did a really good job with the centers.